So that was weird. We didn't really have sound edit. It seems, come on over. Guys, this is the main event of the evening. It will be...
What? That wasn't England?
No, it wasn't England.
Ooh.
It is TheViper against Liereyy here. Seed number 1 against seed number 2. I hope you enjoyed some hype songs. Guys, how are you feeling, Liereyy?
Well, great. I mean, England just lost, but still.
You're an England fan?
Oh, not England fan, but I wanted them to win.
Okay. If I take a look at the scoreboard, Liereyy, you went 3-0 and now facing seed number 1. Like, how do you like your chances at the moment?
Well, I'm performing better and better every game I play, but I don't think this will decide too much. But still, I want to try my best, obviously. And yeah, I'm feeling confident.
Liereyy just said that won't decide too much, and you were like, no, not 100% agreed. Oh, you were agreeing?
Yeah, I was nodding. Nodding usually means agreeing.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's how it's not the same. Okay. Yeah. It's different in Germany.
Okay.
So it's still. Don't you feel like it's an advantage to get the first seed, or like the first in the group? It just guarantees you to be already top 2, and yeah, obviously you have to play less. You can watch your enemy. You can prepare better.
I mean, it's nice with the guaranteed
second place.
Yeah, but like at the same time, I like to play more games. It's I feel like I get better and better the more I play, and also it's more fun than to sit and watch. And probably have to cast a little bit as well if you get first. So, but I mean, of course, no one's gonna say no to first place in a group.
Okay, so sweet stuff. I think we should just start the draft. Maybe you take the pen and the paper. And for everyone who doesn't know how the draft works, we will go through with it. It might look a bit confusing, but it will all clear out. So we are basically having a map pool of 11 maps, and we will start with the pick of the 2 home maps first. TheViper is the higher seed, and we'll decide on the home map of game number 1 here in this best of 7.
Let's do Pond Arena.
Pond Arena is map number 1, and now we will have the hidden draft of both people. One player will write down 2018 style, and the other person will just say it. So it's written down. Liereyy. Italians for the
Malay.
Guess myself Malay.
For the guest civ, we have Italians, and TheViper picked Malay. They can't see that.
Yeah, they can. I'll write big next time.
Okay. And now we go into the home map of Liereyy.
Arabia, who would have guessed?
Arabia is the home map of Liereyy, and it's time to write down.
Can you click so I can see all the civs fast?
Let
me think. What beats Mayans?
For everyone who's new here, we are playing the show tournament without Koreans, because I felt they are very one-dimensional, not creating the most entertaining games. And so far, the games have been very exceptional, and I've been super happy. And Viper will write in very big letters.
Pen is not working.
You have like 20 other pens over here.
Okay. Just make sure.
Oh, that's a risky one.
Yeah, I will not take this. There's also 20 more I can try. Let me try this.
Okay. You wrote down?
Yes.
And Arabia. What's your tip, Liereyy?
Mayans.
Mayans. And we have Mayans Mirror. So that will be a Mayan war. And Liereyy was like, what can I do? It's Mayans. So now we have 9 more maps left, but it's only a best of 7. So we have 2 bands each, starting with TheViper when it comes to maps.
Let's ban Prairie.
Prairie is banned. Now Liereyy has band number 2 and 3.
Golden Hill.
And
Eldorado.
Eldorado. And last map ban.
Land Madness.
Land Madness banned. Now we will have the map order selected. So map number 3 will be decided by TheViper.
Medi.
Mediterranean will be game number 3. Game number 4 and 5 will be
Acropolis, Gold Rush.
Acropolis and Gold Rush. Leaving us with game 6 and 7.
Cross.
And Regicide Fortress. Interesting. And now we go into 6 Civ picks and 1 ban at the end. The Viper will have the first pick. Those picks are for Mediterranean, Acropolis, Gold Rush, Cross, and Fortress Regicide.
Berbers.
Purpose pick first. 2 Civs for Liereyy.
Indians. Malians.
And Malians. So, 2 more Civs for the Viper.
Let's do Vikings.
And
Slavs.
Vikings and Slavs for the Viper. We will have 2 more Civs for Liereyy.
Incas. And Spanish.
And Spanish. Civ number 4 and 5 for the Viper. After this we will have 1 ban.
Let's do Mongols.
We have the pick of Mongols and
Huns.
Huns. And the last 2 civilizations for Liereyy here.
Aztecs. Chinese.
And Chinese. Last tip for the Viper before the ban.
Let's do Franks.
With Franks as the last pick. So now we go into 1 ban each. Liereyy will start.
Berbers.
Berbers are banned and the Viper will ban
Let's ban Incas.
Guys, seed number 1 against seed number 2. We're expecting a close series. Liereyy, what map do you fear the most?
Fear.
No, you're implying that he fears a map.
Or you could say he doesn't fear any maps. Which is fine as well. If you don't want to give any information out, that's totally reasonable. I don't want to put you on the spot. Mediterranean, okay. The Viper, how do you like your tips?
My sips?
Mm-hmm.
They're fine.
Okay. Maybe those are two hard-hitting questions actually before the series. It doesn't really make that much sense. I will come up with better questions next time. And I will, wish you the best of luck, guys. Should be an epic series. And best of luck. Entertain us.
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön.
Can you send us a screenshot?
Yeah, I will. So, those were probably inappropriate questions, guys. I will ask more about, like, how was the weather today in the future. Makes a bit more sense, right? Who will cast this? It will be Nili and Mr.JorDan. What's up, party people? Nili and JorDan in the house for probably the #1 match here in the group stage. The Viper against Liereyy. We know that it's late, but we still thank you for being up that late and supporting us. JorDan, what will we expect this evening?
I will expect high quality games. We have in my opinion, 2 best players by far in the game. And I'm sure the games will be awesome. So, expecting only the best here.
So am I. And they're launching to the game it was so tough for me to not talk about the Civs while they're drafting. A lot of people like message me, Nili, you're asking too many weird questions, you're implying too much, giving too many information while the draft is running. But what are we seeing here? Vikings as pick number 2. Yeah. We have Chinese, the late pick, ban of Incas. What are your thoughts on that draft?
Yeah, very interesting. So Vikings definitely is a Civ which is very good against Indians. So I think Viper already expects Indians at a certain map. That's why he picked it at the second pick already. So yeah, I have no idea where he is expecting Indians. Maybe, I don't know. It could be Acropolis. Acropolis is only a thing where it makes sense to me.
What's up? It's in the screenshot of DauT and BL.
That's interesting.
Yes, it is.
You don't need the screenshot now, man.
How can I remember, man?
But you need it after the second game, man.
Okay, I sent the correct one now.
Okay.
Oh,
I had it prepared.
Yeah, so that's for sure. And then banning Incas.
We need
banning Incas.
No, not screaming. Just talking in that direction.
Okay.
Makes the most sense, I believe. Let's adjust it that way. And yeah, think laughing in the room better than screaming in the microphone as well. If we have fun. Not sure if we're going to have fun this series. It's always serious now.
Yes, exactly. So what do you think about the Civ draft?
Well, my first question is you said Vikings are good against Indians?
Yeah.
Why?
Exactly. Because pikemen and berserks, they get the +4, I think it is, right? From their tech, so it really helps once that is upgraded. Mm-hmm. And Indians really struggle against those units, right? The only thing they can do is, of course, also skirmish or hand cannoneers. But then Vikings can add arbalest, and that is so much more cost efficient than going camels and hand cannoneers. It's very cost intensive for Indians. Mm-hmm. And yeah, in the long run, Vikings will just win there. So
okay,
that's why it's good.
But that's he has to pick one Civ, and you have to pick one counter Civ. Yeah. That's kind of a big gamble, don't you think so?
It is a very big gamble, but I think Viper is very confident there. So yeah, let's see.
Okay, so you might see the score there. The Viper only with 1 win, Liereyy 3. Well, we will have the last series on Sunday. Will be the Viper against DauT, and we will finish also the series of MBL against Viper, where he's leading 3-1 there. So the only 2 players undefeated for now. Someone will lose. We will find out who here in the Viper against Liereyy on Pond Arena.
Okay, and that's also something which is very interesting already. So they are both going for different civilizations. So Liereyy preferred to have Italians here, while the Viper is going for the Malay. Both of them are obviously very fast into feudal age, and getting the first fight on water is very important, right? You want to have the water early on, so both obviously focus on fast grush civs here.
Yeah, and that's what we see. And yeah, love that upcoming aggression for sure. Intense grushing. TaToH was asking me, Nili, could you design a Pond Arena map where you either always have access to the water or you always have walls and no access to the water? What's the big difference?
So if you obviously can build your dog within your base, you don't have any threat of the scout of the opponent coming to you. So you can literally do something else with your scout. You can place the dog without having to loom the villager. So you don't have to take this, precautions of not letting your villager die against the opponent's scout, right? While when you're not walled, then you have to go outside, and then there's always this threat, right? So there's a huge difference in that. So in that regard, Viper already has a safe place. Liereyy does not.
Also, there's the fear, though, of some transport. For example, if Liereyy wins the water now, he can land the Viper. If the Viper wins the water, he cannot land Liereyy.
Exactly. So that's kind of a disadvantage and advantage, right? So yeah, but I think to have it complete fair, both players should have the same conditions. But however, my Age of Empires is just like that, right? So it's not always perfectly fair. So that's how we have to deal with that as players, and we have to adapt. That's how it is.
A lot of people think that's exactly the beauty of the game, that we have so many different scenarios where you have to adapt, and people are just happy with map generations. Obviously sometimes if the skill level is super close.
Yeah.
We have seen map wins there, but
Yeah.
I think that's why we make it not a best of 1, but a best of 7. So
Exactly.
skill rules.
Yeah, exactly. And also, obviously, by having more games, right, the likelihood of luck being involved is diminishing. And also, what I've always thought about is, as you said, this is what makes the game so lovely, the randomness.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally think in rated games or training games, having the randomness is fine. But for competitive games, it would be awesome to have like really equal maps, right? Where there's no luck in map generation involved.
Mm-hmm. People are actually thinking about it, like try to get like complete mirror maps, but it seems it is kind of tricky.
Yeah.
What also is kind of tricky is I'm trying to understand why did Liereyy build that dock so far out? Isn't like this more of the standard spot?
It would be, but having it more in the middle of the entire landscape is usually better, because then you can you have more surface area for the fish, so that makes more sense. And also I think he's very confident that he will up faster, and that's why he wants to be as close as possible to Viper's dock. Can you show Viper's position or point of view to see if he's able to see the dock there?
Indeed.
So that's very confident.
That's also the bonus here of the, I believe, no, that should be spotted by the gaze, right? But yeah, double the vision here for Melee is helping out for sure.
Yeah.
Simply alone for finding the fishing ship.
Yeah, exactly. And is that the gate which has such a huge vision? That would be really surprising.
I think it is. Look at that. Look, it goes over here. It just is the vision there.
Oh my god.
Sometimes it is gates. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's really crazy. So Liereyy is up already, super fast uptime. Wow, that's definitely very fast. And Viper, I'm sure he is always that kind of player who looks at the score a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So he is aware that Liereyy is up already, and he will make his dog now as well, a second dog, and he will click up soon after Loom as well. So they will literally reach feudal age kind of at the same time. Melee will be 10 seconds faster, so that gives Viper the early advantage. But Liereyy on the one, you know, he has 4 fishing ships, while Viper only has 3.
Yeah, and he does not have the wood to catch up with that. Obviously, they cost 75 and 60 for Lierey's side. A lot of people are asking, why did we switch colors? Green and yellow, we kind of want to go for the whole series there, and sometimes on like desert map, it's tough to distinguish. Green, it's tough to see on the map. We know that it is the signature color, green and yellow for the players, but especially for people that don't identify that much with them, I think red and blue is better. So we will stick with that for the whole series.
Yeah. What's the HP on Lierey's Scout?
A bit more.
Oh, okay.
42.
Yeah.
And that's why we see the Viper running. Should get into the gate
Yeah,
there.
no problem. He
And
won't
it
reach
should
it.
close.
Yeah, he won't reach it. Oh, both dogs producing. Liereyy is going for the double bit X already, while Viper does not have the resources yet for doing so. So Melee economy is very tricky. So Liereyy definitely has the, I think, more stable Civ there.
Mm-hmm. Well, we will see about that. Obviously, both having great eco advantages here, and that's why, as we said before, they are going for this. And now it will be 2 galleys against 2 galleys. How do you get an advantage there?
That's crazy. So, you know, you obviously try to micro. And I would honestly, in that position, I would raid the fishing ship, as Viper does, and then repair the fire galleys. That's what you want to do. But Viper is not going for that. So, yeah, he is. So, you know, a fishing ship are being killed so fast.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely something you want to have. Get the fast kills very fast. But now, obviously, as Viper had to take some shots on the fishing ship, Liereyy has a little advantage here in terms of HP. And he has also added the 3rd dock, which we can notice now. Demolition ship,
yeah,
getting off. And whoa!
That
oh
was
my
a
god!
sweet one. Obviously,
Oh
Demo
my
benefiting
God.
from the area of effect damage there, and that was so sweet for him. And the Viper off to a very good start here, going to love that. And the moment KD 4-0 in favor of our Norwegian.
You can't imagine how big that shot was. That was amazing. Getting rid of 2 fire galleys with 1 demolition ship. That was just masterpiece there. That was so necessary. And Viper already knows that Liereyy has invested into 3 docks. Plus, he does not have the water presence right now. So Viper definitely has the advantage here.
Yeah.
Very nicely done by him.
And we just had 4K viewers watching that, so thank you so much all for breaking yet another record for this weekend.
Awesome.
And Viper, he has to be feeling confident here.
Yes,
Like the thing is, Liereyy now lost all his fishing ship. Should he still continue to attack the water?
Yes, he already has made the first step by building the third dock, so he definitely needs to commit here. He has to try everything to deny the fishing of Viper. And Viper, he doesn't want to commit too much on water. He's already transitioning. He has upgraded horse color already. And he will start farming now right away.
Indeed, and farming, like the more farms you build, the less, well, fire galleys you can build. And let's see, maybe another engagement here. Not a lot of demos though this time. This looks a bit like 5 against 4, but Liereyy not fighting with all his army here at the moment. How about a tower? Won't really reach, doesn't really need to go in there, and he will get yet another kill potentially. We'll just go for some reasonable damage against this one.
Oh, okay. So, but overall, Viper will trade nicely, so everything is fine for him there. And yeah, I mean, it's still 5 fire galleys against none, right? So definitely always a good position here. And he's trying to chase.
And he might even kill that demo without
he's
taking
killing.
any hit.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
This micro is just, you know, Viperish, I have to say.
Look at the score.
What is it?
1.8 to 1.2k. When do we ever see that happening? And
look at the villager count. This is amazing. 34 for Viper and 28 or 29.
look at the KD.
Yeah.
40 to 1. Obviously, like demos are kind of inflating that, but that's just so weird for sure. How good the Viper's playing, and like so many people are questioning, like, oh, is he trolling? Is he doing this and that? Some weird picks. Did he drink too much? Did he not sleep enough? And in those games, he always performs so well.
Yes, yes. Viper is just super competitive, and he always takes, you know, even if he doesn't play like super serious, it is enough, right? If he plays just 90% of what he's capable of, he will still be on such a high level, and he knows when he has to turn it on, right? And at least for Age of Empires. so yeah.
So how do you turn this on, you mean?
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's a mental part, and it's all about motivation, right? So when he's motivated, then he will perform very well. Also, one thing we have to notice here is that Liereyy has gone for the archer range.
We did see that, but I'm asking myself, like, what should he do there? He kind of has to sneak transport at some point. He's even mixing a misclicked fishing ship here.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that. I'm not sure if that is intentional. I suppose not. So Viper understands now that Liereyy is really committing on the fishing ship. So this, on the other side, means, okay, he won't commit too much more on water. And okay, Liereyy did a nice job getting that fishing ship there. And Viper already is clicking into Castle Age 17 minutes. It's, like, you know, this is crazy.
This is so sick, and that's a very little fish, my friend. And we have so Liereyy at the same time with 150 food. Yeah. This is just ridiculous. How smooth is this guy playing? Yeah. Has the farms used all the berries up? Did use the sheep? Only bought 100 food as well. And let me take a look. Didn't even sell stone at the same time.
Yeah, it's crazy. And most likely, you know, Liereyy is really committing now. He's already upgrading fletching as well. And obviously he was planning with 3 docks that he will win the water, right? But and then it would make sense, get a transport, get it into Viper's place. But now, look.
Oh, transporter. Let's take a look here. He is Viper's coming over. Can the Viper somehow block this? No, but he sees it instantly. Let's take a look at how he's trying to defend this. Some quick bolts necessary. Yeah. Going for some houses here.
Yeah. The Viper already is castle. Liereyy is not even close.
Oh man.
This must be frustrating to play against Viper here. Seriously, I mean, you come in there, 100 food, not even close to Castle Age, and he's calling the GG. Yeah, this is... Honestly, that's one of the smoothest game I've ever seen from Viper. This was just top notch, seriously.
Look at his face. He's just like...
Okay, another day at the office.
I just won. Yeah. The second best player in the world in a 19-minute game. Yeah, it was the Viper Soul map. Yeah, that was smooth, but...
It's crazy.
I don't want to say I'm getting scared, but this could get shorter than we thought.
I play him tomorrow, I'm scared.
Yeah.
No, but you know, I honestly think that's not even like the Sif advantage, which you know, made such a huge difference. I think both Sifs are kind of equal, but that first demo shot from Viper killing those 2 fire ships, that was just amazing.
Yeah.
That was the, you know, turning point, literally.
Yeah. And then he just snowballed there. Liereyy tried to go for so many snipes, but the Viper's so aware. It was like 6 fire galley sniping there. He only lost like 2 fishing ship or something, or maybe he lost 3, but with heavy investment. Now Castle Age bought himself up. TCs would go up. Beautiful walls.
It was perfect play, perfect execution, and there's literally nothing we can add here. I mean, killed and yeah.
KD.
22 against 5. I mean, that's crazy.
Oh man, has more food, has more gold. Would a bit better for Liereyy here, but just 1k food difference.
Yeah.
Where did he get that from?
It's crazy.
And 1922 after 916. Yeah, he only went for 2 dogs.
Yeah, but still.
They were efficient.
Yeah. I think even if I play against computer, I would not be able to pull it off. And that, you know, I'm not a bad player, so this is crazy. This is really.
You could say that indeed, and I will give them a ready. And good that they're asking. That's really professional now.
Yeah, they learned it from me.
Yeah. Are these new players? Well, not really. They have been both top of the world for the last 5 years, I would say. Like Liereyy maybe the last 3 years. JorDan, Viper maybe the last 6 years. Something like that.
Yeah. So Viper has been dominating this game for 6 years, I would say. And Liereyy, I'm not sure. I would say last 2.5 years. I'm not sure when he really started to be one of the best ones. I was gone on my break, so I'm not sure.
That's JorDan, man. And we will be back in 30 seconds. And we are back. They are jumping in game number 2. The most standard map in Age of Empires 2 world. It is Arabia.
Yes. And you know, I'm super surprised because I had a lot of discussions with TaToH and Viper regarding Arabia, which Civ is stronger, and both of them were telling me Malians. So I'm really surprised that Viper has chosen to go for Mayans right now. So I'm not sure if he thinks against Malians are not that strong, or if he's thinking I just want to counter Lierey's on his best setting, right?
To me personally, it was the Viper was expecting Liereyy to go for Malians, and the Viper wanted to play the mirror, and that showed so much confidence. When the Viper instantly wrote Malians, not trolling around, knowing what he wanted to play, and then just went for the mirror, and that's just saying like, come at me, bro.
Exactly. You can, you know, give me your best setting. I don't mind. I will own you anyway. So
yeah,
that really shows confidence, as you said. But yeah, let's look at the map. So for Mayans, obviously, you want to have a map which you can wall, as you want to opt for the Drush Fast Castle most of the time. And also the luring or laming part is a big thing here as well. So let's see at Lierey's point of vision what he's able to see.
He did see one born, still going over there. Didn't get any damage yet.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, but Viper realizes that the sheep was stolen here, so he's aware of that. And Viper, interestingly, he's going forward with his eagle. He doesn't care. He's just going forward.
What did he scout? Let's take a look into that. He saw the boars, did see 6 sheep, and then he just goes over to the other side, tries to lane some. Malians basically don't have 2 boars, they have like 2.4 boars. Yeah. So if you lame one, it's not like 1 against 3, it's more like 1.2 against 3.6. How much of a difference is that compared to other tips?
I honestly think with Mayans, it is not that bad to get lamed, because you still have a bit more food than usually with 1 boar, and the opponent usually always kills at least 2 boars at once. Right, so this means the food of the boar will decay, And oh, that's interesting. He's chopping the wood. Why does he do that? He wants to eliminate every single block which could be on the path when he's going back. I assume so. Or he's just realizing, okay, there's an eagle there, and I don't want to risk it. But I would risk it anyway at that point of time, because there's the distance is not too long.
But still, he's sending his eagle back, did chop 100 wood, and isn't going for it. He saw the eagle, is scared, and, well, tries to fight this off. Liereyy, and he isn't going for the steal, he's going for the block.
Exactly, and why?
Because MBL told him.
Yeah, it's most likely because Liereyy knows that Viper is anticipating that, right? And he doesn't want to risk to lose his eagle. And that's what I really like about Liereyy. He's really cautious about his eagle. He's very much, about scouting. It's not so much about getting an advantage in terms of economy, because he's very confident in his build order. But for him, it's more getting advantage by, maybe laming a bit, but more killing villager or something.
Yeah. I think Liereyy wants to play a pretty standard game as well.
Exactly.
So I think this could be like 2 same strategies, 2 similar executions, and a complete mirror. If we don't see like a huge hiccup, let's take a look, something we didn't do yet, into Lierey's map. Save wood, close berries, but when we take a look at the mini map, the golds, not too pretty.
He will wall the right hand side off, so he will be fine. So he's placing his barracks very nicely. The archery ranges will be in front of the main gold, so right to the barrack exactly, and then he'll be fine. The question is, with that map, will he go fast castle or 4 men at arms? That's the question. How many does he have on wood? It's only 4, but he's adding a farm. So I would not be able to read out now. Can you show?
You can watch into his point of view. He's getting 10 gold,
castle.
so that's basically the Drush fast castle.
Yep.
Militia costs 20 gold. We're starting with 50, so collecting 10 more to allow yourself to build 3 of them. Trying to go for some early aggression, and then buy enough time to go into the castle edge, freeing crossbows for yourself here.
What is the eagle fight?
The eagle fight, actually, he is disengaging. Lost quite a lot of HP against the Viper here.
Exactly. So I'm surprised by that. Oh, Viper, what are you doing? Viper, hello.
That looks a bit like a double kill to me. Ooh, Liereyy surviving this. And that was a slip up by the Viper for sure here.
That's very interesting. Something like that never happens the Viper, so he must have focused on economy or something. Didn't look there for a second, and that's what happens. But okay, losing the eagle is actually very, very huge. You don't want that to happen to you.
I don't think he didn't look. I think he felt like he could both take out.
No.
Like it was super close.
It didn't look.
He didn't look?
No, because if you look, you would never take the engagement, because you know that the other one has 2 units fighting against one of yours.
But he had 22 to 14 HP.
Still.
I
Why
will
take
ask
the risk?
him.
Yeah.
I will ask him.
After the interview, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it like that. So both are going up the same time. And as you saw against me, Liereyy is pretty good at scouting, microing that stuff.
Oh god, look at how low Viper's militias are there. And the eagle didn't even participate in that fight.
Exactly.
So that was just 3v3, so much more damage output by our Austrian 16-year-old player here.
Yeah, definitely a prodigy in this game, that's for sure. Viper's engaging, but I don't like that one as well. Viper is kind of, losing the skirmish here, also losing the eagle. So Viper does not have any scouting intel, which is really hurting him a lot, because this guy is all about scouting. He's trading off 2-4-2, no, 2-4-1, 3-4-1.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, the militia won't be able to deal any damage, but they can deny some walling maybe, and also get a lot of scouting intel. I mean, it's Mayans War, so it will be 2 archery ranges for both of them for sure. And then we will see something which will be super, super interesting. We will see some nice micro going on.
Those crossbow against crossbow.
Yes.
It didn't look too great when he just smashed you yesterday. Like his 5 crossbowmen against your 6. Oh god, that wasn't pretty for you.
No, I didn't feel well as well.
He's just a beast. Is it safe to say that Liereyy has the best micro in the world?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's for sure. He's very, very good in that, and I would even, yeah, but that's not worth it. I mean, Viper won't care, because he would not have gone for the deers anyway, And Liereyy just invests into that because, you know, just ruins the opportunity there for Viper, but it's okay.
I think it's not important for the Rush FC, but I feel just like if the berries are running out and you still have 3 villagers, just getting the deer is some free food. Maybe you can get Botkin Arrow a bit earlier.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he would not go for it. But anyway, it doesn't matter anyway. So, yeah, and I would even claim that Liereyy has the best micro which has ever been.
Oh, interesting.
Skirm.
The Viper adding a skirm before it going archer. That's so weird because Mayans have cheaper archers here. And
are both of them not going past it?
We completely misread that game, by the way. It's just a normal Drush into Flash game. No Drush FC in here. So those deers are so much better. We're just like, we were so sure, but yeah, they upped at 11:30 to Fuel Age. I just thought like, oh, that's a crisp build. And I just said the math, like, they're reaching Cast Age at 15:30 after the militia. That has to be sick. But yeah, it's just a normal flash build here. Skirms and archers.
Oh, that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. So Lierey's going for fletching first. He's very fast on that one. And he has 4 skirms already going out. So he's putting on the pressure. Also feeling very comfortable with his fletching about to reach, right? So, I mean, he's not scared, and he knows if it's about micro, he's definitely in a good position here.
But I think the Viper with the hill advantage here has 3 skirms, 4 archers. That's a fight Liereyy can't take, even if he had the fletching advantage, which he only will have for another like 10 seconds, I would say.
Exactly, but he's getting armor as well, so that's very good for him. But yeah, as you said, Liereyy does not have the hill, and then Viper really has to be cautious here. He knows the micro capabilities of Liereyy here, so
and
that's so, you know, those little tricks here, they are so interesting. And for me, the most important or most interesting part will be now the transitioning. How many archers and how many skirms? And when will they really start piling on the pressure? I mean, Liereyy is already going for that.
And Liereyy is already going for the +1 defense.
Exactly.
Something we can't see from the Viper yet. So his archer's not that strong. Oh, and look at that. The Viper, quick walls with 3 villagers, is safe at home now. And at the same time, he is moving out. The question is, can he do some damage against Liereyy?
That's so interesting.
Let's see. That's still open in between here.
Oh my god.
Yes, it is.
Oh my
Question
god.
is, will Liereyy see that? How will he defend? Uh-oh. I think he desperately needs a wall off here.
Yes, definitely. And Viper is totally walled, right?
Viper is totally walled here. Indeed, is adding some more houses. This is getting so tricky over here. Liereyy, that needs to be walled. And that's so many archers.
That's
Jordan,
crazy.
my hand,
That
please.
dodge, that hurts. Oh no! Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh, and now Liereyy panics.
Oh.
That panics. Yeah.
Oh god, now
Archers
he's moving in
for
with
the-
Villagers. Don't tell me that the Villagers are so bad at fighting against those archers. Skirmishes in front, trying to fight off against Liereyy skirmishes here. And those are just skirmishes going down. He's attacking the house. That's actually pretty good for Liereyy here. But still, I believe Viper will have a solid Villager and Eco advantage here. Skirmisher count at the moment at home are 3 for Liereyy. In the meantime, the Viper, yeah, he is somewhat idle as well, but will not break those walls. What a strategic decision by the Viper. But in the end, a hold off for Liereyy here. He did have enough skirmishes. At the moment, only 2 villagers advantage here for the Viper. We have to give him the advantage, but this is still an open game.
I would not even give him the advantage here, to be honest, because he is so far down in army, and Liereyy is about to breach the front here, and he only has archers. Viper has, so I didn't like that too much, to be honest.
Okay, so, well, Liereyy has the advantage here now when it comes to the score. Taking the hill advantage will also kill a villager there, and only slightly ahead in that count. Could maybe run around here, no walls of the Viper yet, maybe even another house. You really don't want to build. Did he just delete a farm? No, just
he
ran
did
out.
not.
Okay.
But honestly, I think, can you look at Viper's resources?
We have 430 here and 150 for Liereyy, and on the other side we have 300 and 200. So Liereyy will be up a bit faster as well.
Yeah, and he will kill a lot of archers now. Oh yeah, that's how I felt as well. Welcome to my world.
Well, this time it's only 2 archers for Liereyy, so the damage against the villagers shouldn't really be there. The Viper even walling that off at the back. A lot of villagers getting pulled here, and Liereyy rightfully sniping only the archers. Skirms still alive. Now Eagles trying to save out or save the day here, but still 2 archers doing some damage. Now we have the wheelbarrow for Liereyy flying in.
Exactly. So I don't know. I like Lierey's position a lot, to be honest. He's also having the 300 score advantage, so he's sitting very comfortably here. He's not able to kill any villagers so far, as I know. Okay. But yeah. So villager amount is almost the same, and wheelbarrow is much faster for Liereyy. So he's sitting very nicely here.
Look at the resource of Liereyy.
Yeah.
This is looking so much better for him.
Yeah.
I completely misjudged the situation. I just said going in there with the archers against very little army, he should do so much. But Liereyy just beautifully pulled the villagers against the skirmishers, his skirmishers against the archers,
Exactly.
and now we see the dance.
Yeah, exactly. And literally there's no way Liereyy or Viper can kill those units, man. Liereyy is such a... It's crazy. It's really crazy.
Yeah, he is
It's
using the
Michael.
formations that Age of Empires offers, like splitting them around, getting closer together, and yeah, lovely play. And now he just feels like, well, I did enough damage, maybe go over. But like the Viper's microing as well.
Yeah, of course. So Liereyy is a bit better micro, but Liereyy, you know, it's just some art to watch him. And how's the wall on the top looking for Viper there?
Luckily, some eagles to defend there. The Viper is still researching wheelbarrow. His resources still not looking great. This will be like 2.5 minutes earlier castle age timing here, it seems.
This looks like the first game, just the opposite way, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Liereyy also didn't invest too much into gold, so he has vault now, and he definitely goes for elite skirms and full skirms fully. So he doesn't even care too much about crossbow for now. He will go elite skirms, Botkin, and then also add 2 town centers to have a very nice economy going. And he knows he's far away or far ahead in terms of economy.
Doesn't like mass skirms make you very vulnerable against mass eagle warriors there?
Yes, but you usually mass eagles are really only a threat if you start building them early on in feudal age, which you never do as Mayans, right? So he's very comfortable saying, okay, there's no way there are mass eagles coming my way, right? So and with skirms you can, you know, micro against 10 eagles, that's no problem.
So Liereyy now with all the upgrades that we can see in the book, crossman, Botkin, arrow, elite skirmishers, and bolts are all flying in. Where should he attack now? Maybe this walls with all the palisades? That's what I would go for.
Yeah, and Viper knows that, and he's also walling behind there with houses. And the question is, okay, he wants to transition into plumbed archers. So that's definitely a clever move, but oh man, this is being hit by those archers, so that's very bad for him. He's not able to really fully mine from the stone there, so I think, you know, he has to build a... Oh, he has a lot of stone already, so he's fine, but still, he needs a market to get the last 100 stone, I assume.
But did scout that back stone would have been an option for him. I think maybe market to balance the eco could have been an option, and I think like just keeping 2 archers here would have been good for Liereyy as well. Maybe even only 1, just to black that a bit more. I didn't expect the Viper to have that much stone. He must have transitioned into it quite early.
Yeah, he realized that he was far down in terms of army, so he knew only way for him to really come back into this game is going to plumbed archers, boom, and going for siege.
Oh, and now we go into the very, very advanced phase of the game. What is the Viper doing here?
Yeah, scouting. I taught him that. No, but that's something which makes sense, right? You want to see how the map is looking like, and you want to see where you will want to take the fights in Castle Age or in Imperial Age.
I'm seeing someone else there. Scouting here increases your points, and points increase in late feudal age basically means that you're going still for a lot of army. So with that scout, he's actually faking that he's going for more army in late feudal age.
Let's ask him. He definitely doesn't think so.
Is that so?
Yeah, he wants to have an intel where the relics are and where the extra stone and gold spots are.
Oh, we're still on such a low level of Age of Empires here.
Nili, you taught us something here.
Well, that's how I play.
That's how you play.
If I know I don't have resources for army, let's just scout the map and hope that he is scared.
Oh man, what a masterpiece. But okay, honestly, I just love the way Viper played this out, seriously, it's just so smart, and he needs to build a siege workshop though, because Lierey's putting on the pressure. And how many town centers does Liereyy have? Oh, that's gonna
Let's
be.
take a look into that first before we look at
first,
the town centers. That could be some dead villages here. The Viper's microing back there. That's not a lot of firepower. Some archers around here at the same time. The Mengen are not really hitting. Some skirmishes there, but that's a good spot. Now trying to go for the defensive siege workshop. The castle is up here at the stone.
Yeah, but yeah, Liereyy has to disengage as there's nothing he can do anymore. And Viper did it very smartly, so everything is looking good for Viper, I would say. And in terms of score, they are also very close now, but he will lose his skirms now against this Mangonel. Oh, there's a gap in between on the top.
Yeah.
Does he see that?
Could go there. Let's take a look if Liereyy can maybe go for some ground attacks here.
He will. And Viper...
And he's still dodging that.
Man,
Ballistics now for the Viper.
Even
goes for some ballistics, and I think he's just running away from Liereyy here.
Crazy.
Knows that he has enough ground attack potential there. And that's still guaranteed damage. More villagers coming to the front. I think they will get the TC up here at...
Oh, nice shot here by the Viper.
Oh,
very nice. Very nice. So the way Viper redeems himself in this game is just perfect. It's just you know, a art for itself. And I just loved how he just transitioned into plumbed archers, because he knew, okay, army-wise I won't be able to keep up. But now we have an engagement here. Nice shot here by the Viper. He's taking a second shot as well. And that's something we don't see from Liereyy too often. He's not microing. I would love to see some Mangonel Reaper from Viper here. Oh, he's also taking some shots here, eating it. But he's killing the Mangonel. So yep. Very nice trades here from Viper. And he's also going for the Thumbring. And he has the castle with plumbed archers, so definitely a nice advantage here for the Viper. What is the village account saying? Yeah.
The village account, slight advantage there for Liereyy. Let's hope that they will disengage for a small second. The Viper is looking at 3 TCs at the moment. Liereyy on the other side with only 2 TCs, but ahead in villagers.
Yeah, obviously he was castle much faster, so target ground attack here again from Liereyy. And Viper, he knows he can defend with Mangonels and just raid with...
Oh! What an unfortunate situation.
Oh my god.
Just opening this, the... this is just
a lot of
so
villages
unfortunate. Here. And this castle won't go up for quite some time.
Exactly. Viper is doing a great move here. I don't agree with him attacking the villages right away. I would have first run into it. And then, you know, that gives the opponent much lesser time to react, while you can maximum damage you can deal there. So, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe he could have prevented the house being built there as well. Could have maybe killed some more villagers.
And Liereyy now going for the ballistics himself. Viper has already 2 more villagers than Liereyy, so it's looking, I have to say, very nicely here for him. Liereyy has a nice economy though. Well, a lot of food. He definitely needs more town centers, which he does not have right now, so he really needs to try to get some more town centers going to keep up the villager production.
We'll see about that. For now, Liereyy 150 stones, so second castle not really in question for now. Only skirmishers and Mangonels. Isn't that the spot where you should do more aggression at that side?
You can't really do too much aggression with skirms, and Mangonels are very hard to micro if you're playing offensive to them, right? Because you have to watch them every single second, while the opponent can focus on economy all the time, and just every now and then he knows when he wants to engage, right? The defender, he knows that. And that way it's so much easier for somebody who goes you know, defensive to fend off skirmish and Mangonels, right? So yeah.
And he is over here as well, and just more villager kids. Look at that, now he's close to being 10 ahead. Some deleted walls so that the Mangonel can get over there. And yeah, seems like the Mangonel cannot really get something done. Oh, nice ground attack here in the plumed archers. Let's take a look, can he get the clear up? And that was another dodge. The Viper just so good. Oh gosh, and we hear TaToH screaming from the other room, but the Viper dodging for now.
This is crazy. This was a very nice move by Viper here, and he's raiding the economy so nicely. He's also going for handcart. Liereyy is going for Imperial Age, but I don't see any way that Liereyy can really put on the pressure. even in Imperial Age. So he's taking a lot of damage here. And Viper is having a very nice position here. The only thing which I give to Liereyy here is the positional advantage on the map. So he has a little hill there, and he can trap the second castle of Viper there.
I think he has been a bit more gold efficient as well. But I think it all more comes down to who's controlling the extra gold spots at the end. A bit better position for Liereyy, I would say. Has some hills here. And we already heard a relic being picked up as well. Oh, you didn't because you don't have your headphones in.
I believe you.
Oh, you believe me. So it is the Viper, and he is now going for that, trying to set himself up.
Oh, that's
God,
gonna be super interesting.
Oh, he doesn't see the mangonauts?
Not yet, not yet.
Oh, and they're going back.
Oh, here we are, here we are. Okay, now we have an engagement.
One shot, and he doesn't see the mangonauts behind there. Could he maybe go into some? That's a nice shot, and dodging all of them. What a beautiful micro. Getting one mangonaut killed, and look at how he is splitting this so nicely. That was so well done. Let's take a look at that again. So move it in there, the split, and now he sees the double shot and splitting that as well. What a beautiful move from our Norwegian superstar. Oh, and now disengaging over here, going back, and what a great play.
Yeah, and while this happened, we also see Viper going into Imperial Age, so 2.5 minutes later than Liereyy. But I don't see Liereyy really being able to take advantage from his 2.5 minutes faster Imperial Age time. So he wants us to transition into Rams now, which makes sense as mains. But Viper is sitting so comfortable on 30 villager more than Liereyy. So everything is looking very nicely for him, and he has a huge army as well. He has already 140 population. So, you know, if Viper is in such a position, it's gonna be super tough to beat him in that kind of situation.
You'll see, and he's just relentless, going over for the raids again and again. Look at that, another relic picked up, another relic picked up over here. So he will go up to 3. This one will be tricky, but I most likely feel like this one is safe for him as well. So it will might likely be 4 against 1 relic in a Malian's war. Yeah. Pretty sick.
Yes, definitely. But I honestly don't think the game will go that long, that this matters too much. So let's see. I mean, being 30 villagers down is such a huge thing, because Malian's war is all about having a lot of plumbed archers and a lot of rams out, and having 30 more villagers, man, you can produce so much more than the one with 70 villagers.
Indeed, and Malians don't have the best archers ever. Like, onagers are okay, but tough to take into them. Plumed archers not too great against, eagles not too great against the plumed archers. So the ram masses most of the time decide the imp games here on the Malians.
And look at this resources from Viper. I mean, what the hell is this?
And that's including already tagged elite plumed archers, bracer, and 2-man sword.
Oh my god, that's crazy. That's really crazy.
But now getting some kills against the mangonauts here of Liereyy for chemistry. And, well, 2 mangonauts without losing a single plumed archer. I will take that trade.
Okay, sure. But once, look at that. Elite plumed archers reaching in a sec. And that's gonna be so tough.
Okay, let's take a look. Maybe we see the biggest 2 mangonaut shots there. The plumed archers are now super clumped up. Skirms coming to the front. Viper should be taking care about that. Look at that. He's trying to debate some at the front. But this is a solid shot. Oh, just dodging. Oh, short of it. And the Viper, he doesn't want to play with fire here.
Exactly. He's adding rams now. He's a bit late on that. Ah! Oh, well, it was a nice shot anyway.
I need to hold my breath there. That could have been something, but in the end, it wasn't too bad. Skirmishers still doing quite a good job here, and now traps are charging forward. They already killed 1 castle. Now that gold is open. Liereyy is pushing quite nicely, and that's still pretty gold efficient, I have to say.
Yes. I have to say though, once those 3 rams are out, it's gonna be a pushback all the time. So Liereyy is nicely killing the siege break shot, but it's going to be too late. And Viper already is going for siege rams. This is so crazy, seriously.
Yeah, an upgrade that cost 1,000 food. That's kind of costly. Let's take a look. Siege work count only at 2 here, and I didn't see a single ram. Oh well, we have 1 ram at the front. The traps now trying to
and the double kill.
Oh.
Being hit by the ram there.
And that's like taking all the wind out of the sails from the aggression here of Liereyy. The Viper with a better eco, with a better army composition, with 4 relics against none here. He's setting himself up so well for the late game.
Yeah, and you know, you don't want to have skirms. You don't want to have skirms. That's the least unit you want to have right now. Seriously. I mean, Plumbed Archers, they will trade very nicely against skirms. They will. And, you know, having those siege ramps, he will build from 5 siege workshops, siege ramps, and petrol in there. He doesn't care.
Yeah, and that's like no answer to that for sure. Still more castles on the hill here. Now going heavy blow. Could be a bit earlier, but well, we can always be critical and find some stuff. And what a nice save here with that gate. Will lose a Mangonel there, not a lot of damage dealt there. Liereyy still putting himself into the position that he won't die too early. Actual population difference is only at 8, but skirmishes, as we said, not really the unit you want to have in the long term.
Exactly. So it's not only about population, of course it's important, but you also want to have the quality units, right? And Viper is doing such a great move here. He's just going for the raid. I mean, Plumbed Archers are super fast. They are having a lot of pierce armor, so they can go in and they don't care. They don't care. They will raid a lot of villagers.
But aren't like 10 Plumbed Archers doing the same job as like 35? Either you are at a spot, like, okay, that is something you couldn't do with 10, but I'm not 100% sure if that's the great...
Here you have to answer. No, but the thing is that he has to react to that, right? So you can't ignore 40 Plumbed Archers in your base, you just can't. And if you only have 10 in your base, then you can engage with the archers or skirms which are being... or reinforce, right? That's the word I was searching for. Reinforce with the archer ranges. And then having 4-5 skirms, they will kind of fend that off, right? But 40? No way. Great game. I honestly thought Liereyy was taking that one easily after he won that initial fight there. But just great move there. Strategical thinking from Viper, and that's how it is.
I think Liereyy was under aggressive because he saw the high points of the Viper there.
We will ask him
We will
after.
ask him. We can ask both. And
yeah.
honestly, let's take a look at that micro again. That was just too sick for me. It's not really an instant replay. It's more of a highlight now. But I still can't believe, like, how are you doing this? And now he has to split with both individual groups there, dodging all those shots. Phew, just lovely. Here at Nili's Apartment Cup, obviously the latency very, very low. Sitting both in Hamburg.
And that's what makes it so great as well, because I remember in the past we always had those lag spikes, and you know, you couldn't really play fully to your potential, but that way you have the best conditions. We even have great computers now. Even I felt that today. And you know, that will just bring the best quality games you can wish for.
Indeed, and we are only at day 4 of 8 as well.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
So many great games to come. And someone asked about the resource at the end for the Viper. Well, we cannot switch point of views anymore, so sorry about that. We will go into the mind game phase of all this. Next game will be Mediterranean. Tell me the civilization of the Viper and what you expect of Liereyy. What do you expect the Viper expect of Liereyy, and what do you expect Liereyy expects that the Viper expects of Liereyy?
Can you repeat that?
What do you expect?
No, I didn't listen, but I think I know where you're heading to. So, can you enlarge that again?
Enlarge, sure.
Yeah. So, what I'm thinking is Mediterranean is fast rush, so it's very important to have... Cheers, Nelly.
I'm just drinking Coke.
I'm just drinking beer.
And Sprite.
But anyway, so, fast rush. So, by looking of it, I think there is gonna be Mongols the only option for Viper there. And let's take a look at Liereyy civs. So Indians, I don't see that. I honestly don't like any civ there for him on Mediterranean.
You played Spanish.
Yeah, and that was very well done.
That was such a good game.
I don't want to give myself credit, but that was damn good.
That was a super entertaining game. So many nice moves as well.
Yeah, that was nice. That was
love
nice.
that.
But I don't know. So I think Mongols should be picked here from Viper, but I can. If I would predict something, it would be Malians. Yeah, Malians on Mediterranean.
We'll see about that. Let's take a look. Look at the Lord and Savior. He is so relaxed. The other two players at the right hand side, the Viper at the front, Liereyy in the back. They are ready to go, as they're saying. I will give them our go as well. And yeah, nice chilling there. It changed a bit from before the game. Everyone was like super happy, like, yeah, Shisha! And now it's more about like, damn, those games.
Yeah, and I got my shisha.
Ha.
I'll get my ice cream after. Yeah, but very interesting. I don't really see any great Civ Liereyy could pick here as on Mediterranean, so I'm very curious what he's going to do. And I wonder, Viper knows that Liereyy doesn't really have a great Civ for Mediterranean, so I wonder if he really want to go for Mongols. Can you give me the draft real quick again for the map?
Sure.
Where can you use Mongols for?
Where can you use Vikings?
Vikings will be on a map where he expects Liereyy to go Indians.
So Acropolis?
Acropolis, yeah. It only makes sense on Acropolis, Indians. So he will use Vikings for Acropolis, Mongols on Mediterranean.
On what map?
Acropolis.
Sorry.
Yeah, I had to be. And then cross Liereyy will go with Spanish. That's what I'm thinking. But okay, let's focus on Mediterranean.
I think it will be a lot of like back thinking, trying to outsmart this guy.
Yeah.
Tricky stuff.
That's why I perform so well, because people expect me to think a lot, and I mind trick all the time. I'm like,
so
guys, I don't care. I'm like, yeah. Okay, let's see. So which civs do we have here? So we have Mongols against Malians. Nili.
What can you?
Oh my god.
That's why I'm having you here.
Yeah, this is amazing.
I'm only seeing like, okay, there's some random villagers walking around.
This is crazy. Who is this guy close to Nili, man?
Yeah, we have this name. This is Jordan.
Ah, Jordan. Yeah, that's a country, I think.
Yeah. Okay, then let's take a look into this map. So it is Mongols for the Viper here. Is trying to go for his fast uptime, the early Grush for sure, defensive wood. Where are his deer? That's actually kind of off. And on the other side, we have Liereyy playing with the backed gold. So I will offer him a restart on that one. Be right back. Jordi can talk a bit.
Yes, exactly. So, while doing so, I will quickly check what the players are looking at. Let's switch the scene real fast, guys. I'm really curious myself. So, 1 sec, it has a little buffer here. And yeah, let's see. I mean, I would definitely go for the restart. I mean, why would you continue playing, right? This is such a huge deal. So, let's see. I think Nili is coming back.
Yes.
Is it a restart?
No.
It's not a restart. And that's something I don't really understand.
He asked me, is it my main gold? And I said, no, it's your second or third gold. And then he said, oh, what's up with the cams?
I just switched.
You did you just switched. Well, it's black now.
Why is black? It's supposed to be colorful.
Yeah. So he asked me, is it my main gold spot? So the big one over here. And I said, no, it's your second or third gold spot. And he said, like, then it's fine. And Viper was just like...
That's kind of indicator that he wants to finish the game fast.
No,
right.
That was... I think...
Am I thinking too deeply?
I don't know. And I also asked the Viper in the meanwhile why he... No.
Why did you scout with the eagle there? Can you tell me, please? No, you will see. You will see. And then after that, you will be even more impressed by me. You will hire me as a co-caster.
Well,
for sure.
that you say Viper isn't thinking deeply. How would that impress me?
What? Viper always thinks very deep.
Well, not in that case. Or like I was thinking one level ahead, which could have been the worst.
Oh man, so many mind games.
Yeah.
This is so great. But you know, that's what I love about Age of Empires. Too many mind games.
Yeah.
Does he use the eagle for getting more points or for scouting intel? You don't know.
Why not both?
Yeah, it could be. He is
Let's call it a draw.
Yeah, okay. So I have to tell the story here. So when we were in our prime, right, we were always playing a lot of Regicide Fortress mains. And then some people went Rams, most of them, and some people went Onagers. And I was talking to Viper because I was not so good on those settings. And I was asking him, Viper, do you go Rams or Onagers? And I was expecting some answer like 1 or 2, right? And he was saying I do both. I'm that good, right? And I'm like, shut up, man.
Yeah. I'm reaching with 2k resources. Like,
Exactly.
oh, I need to tag some stuff.
I do both.
Yeah, I have 6
Right,
Siege
so-
workshops running.
Yeah, but that's Viper there for you. So
Yeah. But those are the helpful friends. Like, you come in with deep questions, have thought for days,
yeah,
and then they just give you a troll answer, and you don't even bother to ask a second time.
exactly. It was not even troll. He was like very serious about it, and that's something which made it even more complex for me. But okay, that's how it is.
Mindset question. You're losing your enemy's home map, and you lost your own home map.
You
How
did
confident can you go in game 3 to 7?
Well, it's a bit different because the home maps are really, in terms of civs, you can have the same civs, right? But having the draft, you know you always have to counter the opponent's civilization. So there's still a shot for you, definitely.
We didn't really see
Town
what
center.
happened here.
He ran to the town center. I saw it.
Oh, you saw it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he ran to town center.
Yeah, like I learned from my parents, you look someone in the eye when you talk to them.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm always like moving this cam over here.
Okay. Did they ever cast?
Okay, uptime now 9:23 from the Viper. We have Liereyy clicking up any sec now as well. That's a lot of extra sheep, right? Like 6, 8 extra sheep or something?
Can you show his town center?
I can show his town center.
What are
That-
his sources? Why did he go for Loom?
Why wouldn't he go for Loom?
No, but he made Loom and then added extra villager.
Well, he didn't have food, apparently.
Yeah, but then add another villager and then Loom, right? So, yeah. But
Yeah,
anyway.
maybe thought he had enough before that.
Okay. Let's see. So, he has a very nice uptiming as well. Liereyy. And Viper is a bit... Oh no. Oh no. What is he doing? What is he gathering, Viper?
So just give me a quick info. Like, why is this so special? Why are we saying oh no?
You know, usually on those kind of maps, you want to go. Oh my god! You want to go fully on water with 2 or 3 dogs, produce fire galleys, and try to get the water right with the fishing. But this way is very, very interesting. Oh my god! Does Viper see Liereyy's dog?
The Viper should have very little idea, right? Oh, how did he scout a second row at the team? Now sees 1 stone spot, and he's instantly towering the dock so that the fishing ship cannot drop off, kind of killing the water control here. And you see Liereyy instantly counter-reacting to that and building a dock outside the tower range.
Yes.
And Viper is scouting this? Is that intentional?
Yes, it is. It is. He wants to see where the second dock is because he knows there's a second dock coming, right? But now the question is, how will Liereyy react to that? And he's even going for that. He's going for the.
What are we witnessing here?
That's crazy.
And that's just like 6 scouting. Yeah, I know like scouting for the extra docks is pretty clever, but I would never have gone that far out. I would never expect villagers to go there. And we have a small pause apparently. And
Yes.
Liereyy has some volume issues.
But Viper already went there with his scout, right? He saw that and
Viper didn't see the second dock.
he did with his scout. He even fought the villager.
No, that was a wolf.
He lost the scout there.
Okay, then you saw more than I did.
Yeah.
Okay, then it makes much more sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So both of them trading villager here, and let's see at his trash here. So Liereyy, where is his second gold stone spot on left hand side? And it's not really nice to gather anyway. So yeah, it's okay.
Like 4 villagers can still work reasonably well, so
Yeah.
it's all good there. And well, that's a lot of sheep left. Food income not the greatest. Now the Viper is trying to go for some saves.
Yeah, and I really like that. Just trading for the fishing ship, trade off your fire galley, and the more you can kill from the fishing, the better it is. Oh, ballistics! Ballistics, man, that was feudal age ballistic. What a cheater!
Killing the fishing ship there after all. The Viper now switching into gold. Is he trying to go for archers? That's kind of surprising to me. I would have expected him to go for like 6 towers and then transition into the late game.
No, he won't go archers. He will just go for fire galleys in the middle.
Okay.
Because he knows Liereyy has free water now,
Mm-hmm.
and he really wants to deny that, right? So
So will we see a tricky dock of the Viper then as
yes,
well?
Yes, we will definitely see it. And Viper is building more and more on, or putting more on stone. So he definitely wants to continue his trust there. But he kind of masterpieced himself here.
If that's now the Viper's gold, should we offer him an admin restart?
His gold?
Yeah, it's now his gold.
It's
So he's
yeah,
should
that's
get an admin
true.
restart.
True. You want me to go in? 1 second.
Viper, so that's your call.
Viper.
Okay, he's going out here, and there's a lot of villagers still on stone, right? He did add some more. That's kind of weird to me. Trying to go over here, and well, the Viper is he fighting back here. We see some dead bodies. I believe a galley could be a good option here, right? We
It would be too late.
that.
It would be too late.
Probably.
Yeah. And I don't know about towering the docks, to be honest.
Why?
I don't like that too much because it doesn't really hit so much the fishing ship, but I guess they do.
Yeah, they can't stay there. They cannot drop off.
Really?
You will like eat shots. Like you can never dodge because they auto move in a straight line.
Yeah.
And they eat like 2 shots getting there, 2 shots moving back.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you drop off once, and the second time the fishing ship dies.
Okay, interesting.
And
But
that's
Liereyy cleverly, moves around. He can do that, so he's doing it very nicely there.
the Viper with the offensive mill here. That's just so ballsy, making the best out of his hunt bonus here with the Mongols. Villager advantage at the moment. The Viper with 5, and that's not because he killed a lot of villagers.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Has he docked somewhere Viper is?
He did the
Yeah, he
relock
did.
indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what we were kind of anticipating earlier.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't like that Viper is still mining stone with so many villagers. That's way too much. He definitely needs to pull some away of them. And he wants to go aggressive with those towers, man.
That should
He
never
needs
go up, right?
Oh, it's an outpost.
Okay, well, that makes a bit more sense. That can go up.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
okay.
oh.
Yeah,
Oh, full disrespect.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, full
But-
disrespect.
Making him delete the house. Oh, Liereyy is really... Oh my god, he's really going crazy here.
No, man.
Does he realize that Viper's not continue building? I don't think so.
Oh, he's still... I don't mind that tower anyways.
Oh no, that's
No, he
Viper
builds
has not
one.
scouted that, did he?
He has no idea about
no,
the stone.
he did not. Oh, that would have been so good if he had placed that bit more to left.
Well, there we have the defensive tower, right?
But still, it would not have been... Yeah,
Oh, the question is if it goes up. More villagers moving over here. He is filling that tower. Fletching now for the Viper.
Water.
We have the galley. I wanted earlier. Water.
Nice. Get some fishing. Oh, but there is doing some nice block here. And ballistics again, man. This guy. That's why he chose Mongols. That's for sure. Okay, but so Liereyy is left with 3. Oh, is he able to? He's getting 2 villagers. 3? No, that was so close.
Last second
so
dodge.
close.
She was seeing like the arrow coming and the bop,
Yeah.
bop, bop.
It was like Matrix, like.
Yeah, exactly. Jumped over there.
Yeah.
And next
So-
tower.
Yeah. Oh, Viper, go back. Come on, man.
That shouldn't really work, right? Well, he has fletching. Maybe he wants to outrange or force Liereyy into fletching. Lierey's resources, though.
Yeah, it's looking very healthy, but Viper's taking so many shots. Look at that. I don't like that on the top. Here we are. Finally. Okay. So he's kind of denying him the stone, kind of. And how are Viper's resources looking like?
Give me an estimation. What do you expect?
400, 200. 400 stone and 200. Okay.
The
Yeah.
Viper is still a bit more in the feudal age than we thought. Didn't have a lot of farms running yet, and didn't go for those extra sheep. Went with a lot of villagers on stone, and like he could have had 400, 200 if he had like the transition a bit earlier. We questioned him for staying on stone that for too long.
Yeah, maybe feudal ballistics and feudal castles. That's what he's aiming for. Look
Yeah.
at that, 350 stone almost.
The actual boy, indeed. Must have been a programming mistake there.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
kind of.
math didn't check out. What is checking out is the water aggression here from the Viper. He just continues to do some. The Galley obviously not too great in those small numbers. And look at that, Liereyy going for some tricky upgrades. That kind of indicates some sneaky stables.
Yeah. And I don't see any way Viper can fend that off, to be honest. So Liereyy is definitely making the right decision here. And also it's gonna be super hard for Viper to fend that off, right? Because Liereyy can easily make a transport, and Viper is so far off to reach Castle Age. Yes. And not looking healthy at all, and he doesn't have a great farm economy as well, so he's just... I honestly think he's dead here.
Needs a wood, the gold isn't very efficient, only walls with palisades as well.
No.
Do you want to see this villager go forward and build a siege workshop?
Yes.
Or more the tricky round?
No,
Transport?
no, workshop, and I'm very sure Viper or Liereyy is going for that as well. So, yeah, Liereyy reaches Castle Age, and I guess Viper is not feeling too comfortable here anymore.
I don't like that TC. He sees the aggression is always coming from that direction.
Yeah, it's a bit weird because the wood is literally inaccessible for him. The right hand side would have been very nicely.
Like, all of this is
break
so
it.
hilly, so you couldn't really do much there. And
Yeah.
here, like that's a pretty ugly map to find TC spots.
Yes, yes, in the back he could, but now obviously, if I was him, you know, you just have to put on the pressure here with the Knights. The Knights are literally the strongest unit now he can make, and Viper has no answer to that whatsoever.
Would you go with the first two Knights in that direction?
Nope.
I would have went for the aggression as well. Maybe.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, and he clicked in the wrong direction and they just ran around. Apparently, that's also walled though.
I think he didn't really click to the wrong direction, but as he was walled, the Knights automatically used the wrong path there.
Maybe it just closed down there. The Viper's still not up to Castle Age. He has a lot of stones still left. Do you see him go for Castle Age Mango Dice?
I definitely do, yes, but if he survives that long, that's the question. And I don't see that happening. As I said, transport 5 Knights coming Viper's way. And once Viper sees those, he will call the G.
We'll see about that. Viper still very little line of sight here at the front. Will lose his fast fire. Well, he has a lot of line of sight. He will see the Knights coming, but... Or like, he sees the transporter now. Yeah.
The issue, he doesn't have an answer to that. He's panicking with towers, but what can they do against Knights, right? Nothing. Nothing.
I think it's Bloodlines and +1 if I saw that correctly, and it's only +1, so no defense. And those towers, not all of them can fit in there. The Viper trying to go for some quick walls, but that should not finish, right? It should be a hole still at the gold. That's not a lot of HP on that house. He's breaking through. This is looking good for Liereyy.
That's the GG. That's the GG. If Viper stays in the game, I would be very surprised.
Well, he can click up the castle now. He even villager count actually. Military looks so much better for Liereyy.
But he's so much slower to Castle Age. He doesn't have the water. Liereyy has the water with a nice fishbone going. And Viper is just now starting to click into Castle Age, so he's super late on that.
Villager could maybe open that. Actually, the villager will not be fast enough to finish that gate, and well, that's just another loss for the Viper. He might resign before reaching Castle, especially because he invested so much into stone now that he can't even go for Mango Dice.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's not looking healthy here for the Viper, that's for sure. I'm really surprised by the strategy he went for. I have no idea what he was thinking there. I'm not sure why he didn't just go for the normal Grush War, as Mongols obviously are, you know, very fast and upgrading fast, so...
Maybe it is some mind games, maybe it is putting some fear in the head against a guy who he will most likely face at some point in the bracket later on.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. He has almost enough stone to go into castle, or build a castle. But still, what can he do now? I mean, he will go for Mango Dice, yes. But Liereyy already has such a nice economy. Two town centers going crazily. He's also adding the monastery. for the relics, and yeah, nice fish boom going on as well. Viper raids some every now and then, that's very nicely, but it doesn't really cause too much problem here.
Yeah, he's sniping quite a bit. He's now up to the castle age, going for botling arrow and bowsaw, so that will indeed be the castle. Will it be offensive? Yes, it will be. I actually like that. He is too far. Why? Why are you shaking your head?
Because Liereyy sees that with his outpost.
Yeah.
And I don't see that Viper is able to finish that castle because of this, right? And he can literally just, you know, auto-repair all the time with the mangonel, with the villagers, and then he won't have villagers to produce or build the castle anymore. So it will not go up, most likely.
Liereyy staying on 1 for now, and yeah, it's not very likely that the Viper will continue to play this game for much longer.
Yeah.
Goes for that tower. Will the Knights actually get some damage here? It seems like, yeah, the Mangonel is actually doing some damage against them. Liereyy in just a beautiful spot. Would love to see another safe Mangonel. Just a second one.
He doesn't need it.
He doesn't need, but better have than need.
Not if you're a pro player, man.
That's how it works.
You have to cut everything, even some useless knights. No, but yeah, it's just not necessary. Right? He knew he was in a comfortable position, and Viper had to delete the castle here.
He is building it somewhere else. Oh, trying to defend off here, but that's like he started this castle in the south with 4 villagers. Now he goes down to 3.
Yeah. And exactly the opposite position where the castle was supposed to be, so yeah, you know, it's not a good position for Viper for sure. And as I said, he doesn't have the water, he's 20 villagers behind, he has less town centers, and yeah, Liereyy is just on having the driving seat here.
Absolutely. Those 3 villagers not really knowing what to do with their lives. 20 villagers ahead is Liereyy. He also has, well, 2 fishing ships. That's not too fishing. The Viper, how is he keeping those fire galleys in here? That's just so weird. Always raiding 1 conversion against the Knight though.
Man, these raids are super annoying, but Liereyy doesn't care too much anymore about those because he has already a lot of farmers, and he has a lot of farmers, and yeah, his economy is looking super healthy. He only has 2 town centers, adding the 3rd one now. His town center, he will kill the town watchtower at least, but yeah, he doesn't have any better position for the town center placement.
Viper still with 6 other villagers all around. That's kind of weird. 17 on the farms there, still some in the tower. Monks there as well. Goes for the barracks and university. He's just trying to go for some random mango action, tries to get all the upgrades on them.
Yep.
I think even husbandry before bloodlines would make sense, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. You want to have the units as quick as possible. But, you know, Liereyy can just quickly wall the right and left hand side, and then he's fine. So, yeah, Liereyy or Viper, I think Viper knows this game is over, but he's just trying to have some fun here, I suppose. So, yeah, let's see.
Does anyone think he will perform better if we go into like 3 AM?
No, definitely
like
not.
no, compared to your enemy. Like
No,
if you know, like if I know, okay, DauT told me he would be like already tired going into the series, I will play Michi Pop 25 at the first home map. And we'll hide villagers.
Yeah, I know, but Viper, I think Viper will perform worse than Liereyy when it gets later, and I think it should be really important for him to try to finish the series off as soon as possible.
Okay. Viper performed well yesterday after he played very late against MBL, like it was like 2:20 AM-ish or something, and he still played amazingly. So he is on there, and Liereyy played very late on Sunday evening and said he wasn't bothered at all.
Yeah, exactly. So both of them obviously are able to play very, very high level, independent of which time. So yeah, which also makes them so great players, right? They don't care.
We'll see. Now the first Mangda raid shouldn't do that much against... Well, he will get some villager kills, right? The Mangonel cannot really defend it off. And husbandry indeed has the first upgrade here. Goes for some kills. Give me a scenario where the Viper can come back.
Killing 40 villagers somehow.
Check.
Getting water.
Check.
And have a forward castle.
Check. And then he wins?
Yes.
If he only gets 2 out of those 3?
Not enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds fair, and that shows you how far we think Liereyy is ahead. He's now on the way to Imperial Age. At the same time, you can see the resources of the Viper there at the top, far away. His fuel age was pretty, or his castle age was pretty late. His imp will be super late as well. He isn't really doing too much with the raids. Those knights still bloodlines, plus 2 defense. They will defend that off so easily.
Yeah, exactly. And I think
I think you cannot, like, if you do that, we'll still need to move forward. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Liereyy will just stick with knights and camels, and will eventually make Farimba, and then it will be GG.
It is that even before, and he saw, wow, this guy's suddenly adding camels and knights at home. That doesn't really make sense if he doesn't want to go aggressively. He's preparing a big army, and I cannot make, a real defense against that. And I like that Liereyy is finally on the scoreboard here. 2-1.
Exactly. So Liereyy was able to close the gap here. 1 game now for him, and he must be, I think, a bit feeling comfortable as Viper took Mediterranean as the home map, and Liereyy was able to win that one. So
It's game 3 already.
yeah.
Okay.
Viper picked that one, and then Liereyy picked 2, and then Viper.
Okay, but that's not a home map. It's just deciding the order, right?
It's a home map. No, because if you play something game 3 or game 7, that makes a huge difference, right? Because the likelihood of game 7 to be played is so much smaller than game 3. Game 3 is 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Still feel like home map is something different, right?
why do we have so many discussions here? Let's ask Viper after
Okay.
the games.
Was Mediterranean your home map? And he says like, yes,
Yeah, of course.
because you're guaranteed to play game 3.
Exactly. Well, you wouldn't pick something for game 7 where you would want to play, right?
I
Because-
do. Go
because-
3-0 ahead, give him a chance, and then kill him in game 7. That's my strategy.
Have you ever been in that position?
I
No,
never led 3-0 ever in my life. So
Oh,
no more
man.
Malians and no more Mongols for the 2 players. Those are grayed out now. And we are taking a look into, well, what will they be up to on Acropolis?
Vikings against Indians.
Vikings against Indians,
Yeah.
you heard it here first. Let's
Yeah.
take a look how the living room is doing. The players are still at their seats.
If I am right again, what will happen?
Vikings against Indians.
Yeah.
I will sub to your channel.
Okay. Let me quickly talk to them.
Twitch TV /Jordan underscore. No, Tyrant underscore Jordan underscore 23.
Yeah, that would be my channel, and let's see. If that's gonna be Vikings against Indians, I think I will go full-time procaster here. Oh man, but yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I saw the pyramid with 4K viewers, and I saw Korak that you also gifted him a sub. Sweet stuff there. I like that you're all working together.
So, Nili, what do you think about the game so far? See you.
See you, TaToH. Have a great night.
You too.
Wow. TaToH leaving the sinking ship.
Viper, no. Leaving the sinking ship. You think Viper's sinking?
No, he's singing.
Singing, yeah. Viper's always singing. He sings awfully, but okay. Yeah, so I'm excited that Liereyy won that one, because being down 3-0 for such a hyped matchup, that would be kind of sad. So that way we have more excitement going, and yeah, let's see. Let's see what Liereyy is capable of doing here, and I'm so excited about the next match, about the next map, and about the next sips. Let's see.
So the prediction was indeed Vikings against Indians there. Let's take a look into their faces. Still relaxing their necks. I should do the save.
There was something breaking here in my bones. Oh, but okay. So, what do you think? Which sips do we see?
Oh, I thought you already solved that puzzle.
No, it
So
could be. You know,
I
wanted to discuss about something.
think
I know I'm right, but yeah.
Voters cross right aside. Indians, Franks. It will be Indians versus Vikings.
Let's see.
Maybe the Viper surprises us. Didn't lose $5 there, guys. Ah,
Man,
man,
Viper.
man.
What a noob, man.
Picking the wrong civs, doing all the stuff for the wrong reasons. And we're jumping into game number 4 here. It is the second home map of Liereyy in Jordan standards.
That's what I'm talking about.
And King Omar Little, thanks for your Twitch Prime. And we are seeing the Viper playing Franks against Lierey's Indians. We did see earlier today DauT playing Indians against MBL's Franks, and he was pretty solid in that one. What are your thoughts about this matchup?
Interesting. So in general, I think Indians are better than Franks, especially because of their lower cost of villagers, and which gives them a faster boom. And Franks obviously are super strong civ as well, but those camels of the Indians, man, they're just so strong.
But you need to get to them first, right?
Yeah, but
Franks, they have some advantages. They can get scouts out so easily. And, well, if you are the master of Spearman Rush, it's tough to get onto a lot of camels.
yeah, exactly. But I'm sure Liereyy will find a way eventually to get to those camels. And also, let's look at the map. So in the front, there is Lierey's only proper wood. So that's definitely gonna be a point where Viper will focus on. But the Viper on the other side also has one big wood in the front, which he's about to take as well. So both of them are super close with the woods together. And yeah, that almost came out wrong.
So let's think about this map in general maybe, and cut you off there before my channel gets banned. And so we are always playing on this Acropolis hill. You cannot build on that stone area. Only have one big gold spot and kind of need to expand towards the sides to get more forests.
Yeah. And I also like going for the big wood because obviously you have to micro a lot. I'm so funny.
How can you use like big wood and micro?
You know, there are a lot of ways to do so. Yeah. I can tell you off stream. Anyway, so anyway, Viper going for the lure deer here, and
Can we continue casting, please?
let's do.
I'm not sure if you are talking about Age of Empires at all tonight.
Can you show Lierey's wood there?
You mean Lierey's wood, yeah. That's his wood, the forest
wood.
line.
Yeah, the forest.
The
is
forest trees,
very,
you mean.
and very big, so very nice. But yeah, let's focus now. So, as you said, Acropolis is very open. With a lot of wood. Yeah, but yeah, let's see. So Indians will most likely go for men-at-arms into archers.
Oh my! I wanted this to be a professional cast. Where did we go wrong?
I was on the right direction now again.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
you recovered. I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, he's taking the boar. He's taking boar. Okay, very nice. Does Liereyy... Is this guy okay? He feels drunk.
Where's Viper going?
What is he doing?
That's so weird, right? Oh, do you know what's happening?
Yes, I know.
Tell me.
So he saw that Liereyy reacted to that one, and he went back with his scout. Liereyy is.
Mm-hmm.
So Viper wants to go the other direction, right? And he has no clue where the boar is, right? So Viper has to micro his ass off right now. So.
That's so sick. And Liereyy, he will have a scout over here. Exactly. He will expect the boar to come over here. What, like that's like 2.7k mind games here.
And also, You don't want to know how much micro that involves. That's so much micro. That's so crazy. And Liereyy is expecting Viper to go on the top, right?
And suddenly the ball is just coming around.
Hey man, how is it going there?
Oh man. And yeah, that's just totally going into the other direction. And that will be like, he really doesn't want to take any losses there. And that was so weird. That was just passing from the OT90 stream there. Man, just think about like how late this ball will arrive. He needs to build a barracks, he needs to upgrade queue villagers. Like people are like not having enough APM to just play the quick fuel age. And he at the meantime will also keep this scout running.
Imagine DauT doing something like that. He would, I don't know, 5 idle villages at least.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
Like he won't do anything else.
Yeah.
This is like, this would be him.
Yeah. And also, you know what? He also scouts the map in addition. That's how good Viper is. And he gets more score by that. So Liereyy has no idea what Viper is going to do.
Well, he knows that Viper is going for a rush now because this guy scores so high.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense.
Hashtag mind games.
Oh, the scout is faster now.
Okay, well that makes it a bit more tricky, but let's take a look at this first. We have the first 3 militia coming in. It's 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 9 seconds here with the timing. M&A upgrade could fly in any second. Defensive spearman at the same time. Viper, he needs to still take care of this. This is just so ridiculous. Let's go into his view log a bit. And actually, like, I know it's weird, but let's take a look into this screen and see how fast he's clicking here at the right-hand side. I know it might not be the best thing ever. And actually it's bad. Okay, we will jump back into the game. It was just an idea of mine. And
what is the board doing?
The board is running back in the meanwhile. Yeah. So yeah, he had the same micro like I had on the cam.
But he already achieved his goal. He wanted Liereyy to not have the board, so everything's fine. But man, still, that's crazy. It would have been the fastest or longest lane ever.
Yeah, probably, right? And now trying to go for some defensive walls here. Nice quick wall. M&As are still doing quite a lot of damage against that though.
You don't want to take any freaking pike damage or pike hit here. And don't go to the...
Oh no, he got out. What is
my god, what the hell?
Is he debating or misclicking?
No, he...
And now the aggression of Liereyy as well. So that will be the tower behind that. Does the Viper see it? No, he does not.
But he will expect it.
He will expect it?
He will.
Huh.
I hope so.
Let's see how he will play this out. At the moment, it's looking good for Liereyy. Viper already taking some wood here at the back. He is counter-attacking this. Spearman coming over, trying to defend this. Liereyy not with the best defense so far. I hope he's queuing up some more Spearman. Not really though. And how many villages will the Viper lose here?
1 maximum.
Yeah.
Building the tower too late, Vipers.
Oh yeah, indeed, 88 HP on that one. Now needs to cancel. The Viper is going over here. What beautiful move by Liereyy, really knowing that this would get him some kills. Now beautiful blocks here, even debating that villager in. Look at how beautifully Liereyy is doing that. Now tries to go for some more kills HP wise. I believe this one could go down. Needs 3 more scouted. Actually it was uphill. Gets the kill in the end. Yeah. Pretty fair stuff. Liereyy 1 villager ahead. In the same time, Viper still active over here, but Liereyy up to date.
Yeah, exactly. He's paying attention to that, and those little skirmish, they might look slow, but it is so hard to manage everything at once right now. This is so hard, and both of them are doing a really great job.
Lumberjack now coming over. How do we see? Well, how does the HP look on those? Well, he still has 4 left, 1 a bit more hurt. Those witches are going back, and now the M&As trying to find some damage over here at that wood line. Stone is completely walled off. I'm expecting like a gate because it's Viper, but also just 2 houses would do the job as well.
Yeah, there's a gate coming for sure. I don't like Viper's position here at all, to be honest. Yeah. He definitely needs to have a second proper wood line, which he currently does not. And a very nice wall of here by Liereyy.
I was saying those were just back. The 4 scouts came over, tried to snag some. Spearman was a bit out of position. but the quick walls were real, and he could save those villagers. Beautiful move there from Liereyy as well. And this is the high level play that we wanted to see.
Exactly. So this game is going to be a very nice one. It is already great. So I wonder what Viper will transition to. He's house right now. So, oh, and he is. Oh, that's not good. He has a lot of scouts though, so he will be able to kill this. He's also going for the deer.
Oh,
and
that's another
so bad.
spearman even. This spearman should attack. M&A maybe trying to attack some of the villagers. No, he is just trying to attack the scouts. I was hoping to get some damage done there. Liereyy is coming over with another spearman. I believe this should be better for our Austrian.
Yeah, does Liereyy have fletching?
I would be surprised.
Oh no, he does not. But if he had, this would be super bad. But still 2 pikes, 4 archers with 4 scouts. That's definitely nothing Viper can capitalize on, that's for sure.
One of those spearmen is very low, and let's take a look there. We had some stragglers lamed, or is that... Are those lamed stragglers?
Yes.
Oh.
Sorry.
Didn't I talk on like that lame?
I had something like that in my mind.
Acropolis, it's forbidden to lame stragglers.
Yeah, Edmundus?
Yeah, it's 2-2-2. No, but let's make sure before the playoffs that we all agree on that. Like, official ECL rules are you're not allowed to lame stragglers on Acropolis.
ECL.
Or just ECL, yeah.
ECL, but not... We haven't had something like that in the rule book.
Yeah.
But
So it makes sense. We should talk about that for future games.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Nili, so what do you think? Who has the advantage right now?
Well, Liereyy is looking good towards the castle age. 600 food there, 100 gold for him. Adding some more farms even. Only 3 on gold, but now those villagers finishing the barrage are getting sent over, building the... I thought a second mining camp, but actually it's a house. And that army is just super strong. Viper's resources. Balanced.
Exactly. Yeah, totally balanced. Yes, that's how you can call it. Or not good enough. That's what you can say as well. So, yeah, I guess honestly, by going for the lure, he messed up so many things. It was not healthy for him.
Was a tricky scenario there. The M&A did a lot of damage, and well, I believe that tower was just too beautiful. And scouts sometimes can be tricky if the enemy executes the M&A spearman aggression very well there. Some spearmen went down though here, and if he snipes this spearman with only 13 HP, maybe those scouts can take a reasonable engagement, but he actually loses one here.
Yeah, and also 4 scouts are not enough against 8 archers, so... I don't know what Viper can do here, to be honest. Liereyy will have a huge advantage once he reaches castle age. And expose, Viper won't have any answer to expose. In addition to that, camels will come his way as well. So, yeah, overall, Viper is in a very bad position here. I don't see any way for him to come back.
Just so far away from castle age. Just went on to gold, has 50 food, adding some now. He's still producing skirmishes. I think he will have like less than 300 food when Liereyy reaches castle age, and Liereyy shouldn't really take any damage here. Let's take a look if he can save that villager. Yes, hello.
That's crazy, really. Perfect move here by him, and yeah, you know, every villager counts. And by doing stuff like that, you every now and then save some villager, and that really helps you in your economy.
And it's also like, I like the emotional aspect behind that as well. Like in your face, like, you could have killed that villager, but I was good enough to quick wall that one. It saves me, and like it just gives you a better rhythm for the whole game.
Exactly. So the mental part is also a huge thing here. I'm surprised that Liereyy only has 1 archer range, so he's producing all of that with 1 archer range. But he's adding this to 2 stables in total now. And Viper knows now it's the time to put on the pressure, because Liereyy is about to reach castle age.
And those archers actually doing reasonably well against the skirmishers. Not really sure if he wants to engage their spearmen fighting off the other side. Why does Liereyy not react to that tower? Shouldn't the outpost see that? He explicitly sees that.
He can't answer to that as he doesn't have stone for that. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that by Liereyy at all. He's throwing away all his army.
Oh,
he's throwing away all his army. He was way too confident here.
What is happening?
I mean, there are camels coming. She's fine, but still, that was so unnecessary.
He could have had like 9 archers left going into castle age, maybe upgrading them to crossbowmen later on, just saving them. But now, well, he's buying himself some more time. But the Viper, with all the scouts, he's doing a lot of damage against those villagers, and maybe the skirmishers can finish them off now.
Yeah, at least one villager will go down. And the question is, Viper has to play full fuel. He has to. There's no way around it. And he has to add pikes. And also archers. He needs to do all of it. Is he building a second barrack here? Yeah, he is. So, full pikes. And maybe he wants to go full pikes into Castle Age and then go for Siege Workshop and pikes transition. I guess that's what he's trying to do. Let's look at the village count. So 6 villagers in total, more for Viper. But let's remember, he hasn't started to reach Castle Age. So, yeah, in total they're fairly equal there.
Tricky stuff. You say full fuel age, and that's exactly what he's going for. Going for forging there as the attack as well. No archers from him yet, but he will transition into another bad woodline, defensive towers, and yeah, it just feels like the Viper, for now in control, has more villagers. I really want to see a defensive TC from Liereyy.
Yes, but he doesn't have this. Oh, he finally got stone himself. I guess he bought it. Does he have a market? No, he's gathering stone. Okay. But the next thing which will come from his side will definitely be a town center. Yeah, on the wood he has there.
The boar actually back home now.
Yeah, finally he felt lost, or it felt lost.
And oh, now camera raid here, but the Viper is safe for now. How is the Viper judging the situation? He knows his enemy is up. Does he think he did enough damage here? Because actually like only 3 villagers went down, right?
Yeah, no, he knows he is in a very bad position, and he knows that he has to play passive now until he reaches Castle Age and then go for all in. That's the only thing he can do. But honestly, I don't see this working out, as he's just very late. He's very late. He needs to have 2 villagers pushing, building a forward siege workshop, and try to scout where Lierey's town centers are. So he can really pull on the pressure. Does he know about his main wood, which Liereyy is taking?
The Viper shouldn't know about that. Yeah, he chased him down with the village with the scouts.
Yes,
so,
he does.
Yeah, okay. That is in vision. He still has 1 scout active, even make that 2. And trying to fake that he's going for more fuel rage army. No,
yes,
okay. I will let it go. I will let it go now. So the thing is, that scout went down, finding the town centers here. You say he needs to push 1 TC here in Castle Age. If I look at the villager count, I think it's not that necessary. It will be like 45 to 52-ish.
But you don't want to go in late game against Indians with Franks. That's something you don't want to do, as the camel archers will be super strong. But obviously you have halberdiers, right?
Im camel, you mean? Yeah, exactly.
So what would you say? Is Franks or Indians the better Imperial Age civ?
Well, if you have endless amount of gold, it is Indians. Yeah. But you need to have something to help out against halberdiers. So you need to go for example, CA, the DauT approach, maybe something you mentioned before, going hand cannoneers. Imp camels alone, I think you could easily die.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what Viper is trying to do here. Is he going for the safe approach back home? Oh, Liereyy is switching to cav archers. I love that so much. Man, this is why he's so strong. Okay, he knows what Viper needs to do to counter what Liereyy is currently playing, and he thinks forward. So, oh man, Liereyy is just, that's what makes him so great.
Yeah, and that's what I also always try to coach people. If you think you're heavily ahead, try to think, what is the only way I could lose from here? Yeah. And try to prevent that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, first of all this, yes, and also in general, no matter in which position you are, always scout.
Indeed, and well, TaToH just posting in the chat as well. Oh, he just arrived at the hotel apparently. Yeah, I'm at the hotel, he says. We borrowed now from Liereyy quite late, and that was a kill of the stable, so Liereyy doesn't really want to play against knights here.
Exactly, knights and pikes is something Viper wants to go for, but Liereyy very intelligently kills the stable here to really prevent that from happening. TaToH, by the way, open the window. Thank you.
Okay, those camels, they are so good. Like, the extra damage against buildings makes it just so much sweeter to kill those. And
Exactly.
CA just staying active. Botkin arrow from the Viper now. Is that only for the towers, or do we see some production?
No, it's only for the towers to get one more range, which is very smart. And on the left hand side, Viper is expanding.
Nice spot there. And by you, and nice CC spot as well. We have some pikemen controlling that area. Cav Archer running around. Is he maybe trying to find that? He has to know the Viper was expanding here.
I don't think Liereyy really expects that, because he thinks he has dealt so much damage in Fuel Age that Viper is kind of sitting on his Acropolis here. Is that must be Acropolis, right?
Yeah.
The hill there. Yeah.
Acropolis.
Acropolis. Whoops. Acropolis. Anyway, I always said it wrong. So anyway, how many villages do we have? We have 66 against 59. So not too many in terms of villagers. But one of them had 650 stone, it's Liereyy. So I wonder where his castle is going to be. And I think he's feeling safe to place it forward.
Where would you love to see it? Meanwhile,
on the gold.
On the gold?
Yeah.
Over here?
Yeah. That's where I would place it here.
Bam!
That's a ballsy one.
Yeah, that's a DauT castle, but Liereyy does it, so it's gonna be fine. If he plays the castle there, come on, man.
Like exactly here, $10 up.
$10. Okay.
If it's over here or over here, no.
It's either, it must be
and it goes up.
Yeah, then 10, okay.
$10 up to you. Okay, two stables. Now for the Viper trying to make something happen. Liereyy in the meanwhile has enough resources to click Imperial Age and is building the castle at the gold, as you said.
I said
you
at
said
the
close
gold.
to the gold, yeah.
Guys, we're just trolling here. You always want to build the castle at the gold. Don't ever forget that. I'm disappointed. Okay. Anyway, that's why he's only second. So let's look. So Viper has 70. Okay, still 6 villages difference. So not a lot happened there. And Liereyy is advancing into Castle Age. What about Viper's resources?
Well, and now we are back, indeed. We noticed it instantly. Thanks for the heads up from you guys. Anyways, yeah, now going up to Imperial Age, as you said, with Mr. Liereyy trying to go for some more CA action here, and well, I don't really see the Viper massing a good amount of pikemen early enough.
Yeah, he does not. He has some pikes at the base, yes, but
The wrong microphone. Now it should be the right one, right?
hello,
Hello?
hello.
Wrong mic?
Can you guys hear us?
Volume too low? That's kind of weird.
We can't hear you.
Well, then I will just increase
Wait, one sec.
that level. Should be better now, right?
Wrong mic.
Okay, I think let's try to go with that one now. DauT, you keep casting.
Okay, yes, but doesn't make sense to cast if it's the wrong microphone. No.
Okay.
It feels like I'm talking against the wall.
But well, maybe you're hearing us. You
Yeah.
saw everything, and we already called it quite
Yes, exactly. We were both agreeing that this was GG very soon.
early. Yeah.
And it happened, so we're professional casters for sure.
Exactly.
And now we're having currently 2 games apiece.
Indeed, and that's exactly what we wanted. And yeah, that's like professional casting at the end, as you should expect from this professional event here. 2-2.
Yeah.
And now we have the, you would call it 2 home maps left for the Viper? No.
Yes.
No. Oh, okay,
Yes,
okay.
2 for Viper and 1 for Liereyy.
Yeah, and
so
that
definitely Viper will win.
And I ask you in game 3, like how?
And I gave you that answer, how to come back, right?
No, I asked you like how would the setup be for Liereyy mentally, and it seems to be pretty stable after going down 2-0. It's like pretty tough to go down. Make is too low. It's loud now. Ay. Okay, we'll fix that a bit. And
it was pretty funny. I remember in Cologne when MBL, TaToH, Liereyy and Viper played on the stage. And I was expecting Liereyy to end up 4th. Why did I think so? Because not of the skills, but because of the mental part. And I was expecting him, with his age at that time, he was 15 I think. It's so hard. I think it was his first real life event. You're in like it's natural, right, to be nervous. But he was not. He was playing so damn sharp and he was executing everything perfectly. And that's where I understood, okay, he's very strong mentally. So he's able to perform very well.
That's so sick, right? And he was so close winning that event as well.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. That was pretty damn close.
Winning that Malay Registered Fortress game.
Yeah.
That was so intense there.
And also on the 3rd game, I don't what was the name? Something with L. Where he stole the boar or the elephant.
Wasn't it like Serengeti?
What?
Wasn't it Serengeti?
Serengeti? What the hell is that?
The map, I thought.
I have no idea.
Like, what did it look like? It was an elephant map, right?
It was the elephant, and in the middle there was a bit of hills.
Yeah.
Only small.
Then it's Kilimanjaro.
Kilimanjaro. Yeah. Exactly.
Classical L. Yeah.
Yeah,
It includes an L.
Yeah. Anyway, he had a super good position there as well, so it was very close of winning the first, big tournament for a long time.
And that was a big one as well. Prestigious one. Lots of people, not lots of people watching, but lots of people watching the VODs.
Yes, at least that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but I mean, Viper against Liereyy is always the best matchup you can wish for in Age of Empires currently.
Yeah.
I'm still coming back, and
yeah, like
no, but that's the way it is. Yeah.
Viper won every escape gaming tournament except the one where he lost twice against Liereyy.
Okay.
In the offline finals in Cologne, it went to the last game. King of the Desert, it went to the last game as well. Yeah. So it kind of has to be Liereyy if we want to uncrown him here.
Yeah, exactly. Liereyy is also in the best position to do that, and you can see it from his playstyle. He's so damn sharp. He's on point all the time. He's very good in terms of strategical thinking. His micro is out of the world. So he has the tools necessary. He's lacking a bit of experience, but that's something which will come over time. And yeah, I've been always saying he's gonna be the new number 1. That's my statement. Is it today or is it this week? That's the question.
That's what people like. I think that's just not clever. Like thinking, okay, he won one tournament, now he's the best player in the world, right?
Yeah.
But I think he does not have enough passion.
Passion for the game, you think? Yeah. Okay.
I think he's playing too many other games that he will be number 1, especially if let's think about H2DE, H4 or something, and people will like we will have way more full-time players.
Yeah.
I don't really see Liereyy training 10 hours every day.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you need if you want to compete with the world elite. If we get into real esports.
Yeah. So let's see what the future brings. Anyway, we're jumping into the next game. So it's going to be Gold Rush. That's one of my favorite maps. I love Gold Rush. It's amazing. And yeah, let's see which civs we have there. So
We are looking into the Viper with the Slavs, and on the other side, in the red trunks, we have Liereyy playing Aztecs, and that's an interesting matchup for sure, and that's also a very interesting map here by Liereyy.
Oh, nice. Nice. That's kind of screaming for Drushfast Castle. That's what you want to do now for in Liereyy's position. And Viper is going for Slavs. That's super interesting. Slavs on Gold Rush. I wonder what he's going to do in Castle Age. But yeah, let's see. What are you expecting?
Knights, some CA, Castle Age aggression, TaToH Slavs on Gold Rush as well. Just a strong eco. Like, Gold Rush, I feel it's a lot about having the control mid to late Castle Age. And that's like so strong for the Slavs with the strong food eco.
Yeah. But also Aztec has a very strong economy as well. They have super cheap units as the Eagles. And, you know, you can mass Eagles very well. So it will... I don't know, you can also go for Monks as Aztec and be super lame on the hills on Gold Rush in the middle. So that's something which is possible as well. But let's see what both of them are going for. So I expect Liereyy to go for Drushfast Castle. Viper has kind of two options. He will go either Men-at-Arms into forward or Scouts. I don't see him Drushfast casting. That's not something he would do. That's what I'm expecting.
Forward. We always have to think about Gold Rush. You can run into a lot of wolves with those forwards, but I'm trying to look at the minimap. Seems like if he just goes the straight way, shouldn't run into the T90 Woo.
No. And also Viper will scout the path as well. So let's see. But he is only having 3 on wood, so he will definitely go for...
Ooh, missing that just barely there.
Oh, but he's moving back. He's moving back. Is he? Don't tell me.
No, I think he's scouting the main. He's trying to scout the middle.
He will see it. Yeah,
oh.
He sees it.
Did he see it before, or what was going on?
No, he did not see it.
He's just parking, and that's going to be a steal. He just wants to set everything up at home. Oh, he got lamed over there.
Very smart.
And now he will go for it.
Yeah.
Now he will go for it.
Not yet. Once the boar is killed, now he will go.
Now he will go for it.
Okay.
Now he will go for it.
Now he will block. He will block. That's what Liereyy has.
Oh, and
that hurts so much.
Ugly. He has only 25.
Yeah, that villager will die.
HP here. Well, here, he's tried to go for the block, and that is actually a house fun there. Let's take a look. And the Viper, he is killing that villager. 544, so no chance for Restart, trying to fight himself out here. And that's just an evil play of the Viper running in there last second.
You know who came out of this ahead?
Well,
it's crazy. Liereyy did such a fast reaction. That was so lovely. That was so great.
But still, like, losing the villager there, and the scout isn't dead. Like, you kind of have to think about the scout for so long.
But Viper doesn't have scouting intel at all anymore. It was such a great move. I would have definitely traded the villager for avoiding the scout intel, really. You know, it's so important on the very high levels that you deny scouting. That's the most important thing. And now he can also kill the scout with the eagle.
Well, let's see if he builds himself an arena. Then that's a minute. Yeah, that will probably wall behind here. Eagle in, delete that one, and go for the kill.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's actually the villager. Don't tell. Oh, why is he going in with the low HP? No loom villager. And now the Viper, can he get out here? He's trying to micro some. That actually, it's 0 HP still.
But he's losing the villager.
The trap is real. No, he isn't.
1 HP.
1 HP. All calculated.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Liereyy
Like,
has
he knew he would lose that because it was against 2 units.
Yes. I told you something.
Yeah. I'm a quick learner.
Oh man. But that was very dicey from Liereyy. That's not something he wanted to have.
Moving in there without loom. Was that like AOC thinking where Aztec still had loom?
Yeah. I don't think so, but oh man, that was very dicey. Anyway, Viper is going for Men-at-Arms, and the question is, will he put on the pressure? And I think he will.
That's what we said before. He has very little idea how easy this map could get walled.
Yeah.
And Liereyy, 10:36 uptiming from him. That's his pop 23 basically, minus the villager lost. So that's like super sharp as well, right? That's 6 seconds away from the perfect timing.
Yeah.
That's like 0 errors.
Yeah, exactly. But that's Liereyy for you. He's very good with build orders. And also his, I don't know, so he will most likely go for Eagles. Yeah.
4 militia, that will be some damage for sure. Now reaches feudal age. Do you queue villager? Oh, he already had a villager even queued up.
No, he did not.
Okay, then he was just fast with that.
Yeah, exactly. And he's going for man at arms now. He doesn't go for the wood upgrade, but he wants to pile on the pressure first.
And Liereyy, well, he spotted the barracks, saw the militia earlier there. Let's take a look. Is he trying to build archery ranges here? Is he trying to go for some quick walls? I would have loved to see some palisades earlier.
Archery ranges are
It
coming.
will be double archery range, but
Yeah.
still, like, Bosemide will do some pressure.
Yeah, but he walls, so he's fine. Let's see. So Viper can do a lot here if Liereyy does a mistake here. And the good thing for Viper here is he can really deny the archer ranges going up by keeping the villagers.
Look at that, that's so minimalistic. I believe that's the future of those walls. Honestly, like, he didn't want to invest like the full 3 wood that a palisade will cost there.
Yeah,
And well, no, but he isn't getting the archer range up in
Exactly.
exchange.
And Viper is delaying the archer ranges, that is very nice. And he's even killing that one villager. Yeah, he will kill that one.
Yeah,
Oh, that is so great for him.
And
That
there
is
is
really so great for him.
no.
And he's almost... Oh!
Okay.
This is...
Look at that archer range up.
Oh.
And, oh, that's too late as well.
And that's such a bad position by for Liereyy. Really is. That's not something he wanted to happen.
Oh man, and yeah, those archers are out late, and I felt it was somewhat an unreaction. He saw it coming, he kind of reacted to it, but 4 M&As at the moment, the Warlord Kingdoms are just doing so much damage against buildings. Let's take a look at the woodline.
Exactly. And Liereyy is now adding farms. He realizes, okay, my economy is not too good. I need some food as well. And he's killing off the eagle. So, oh, that's very nice as well. Viper doesn't want to engage there. No, why are you engaging there, Viper?
He will never really get the villager
Exactly.
if Liereyy is taken care.
Exactly.
But at the same time, he's attacking here, and that's the 1 HP villager from earlier from the engagement. 1 villager is stuck here. Will he get a second one? Not really clicking that. He probably expected that villager to be at the farm, something we normally see. And well, Liereyy is pulling back all the other villagers that aren't stuck.
Yeah.
Defense, but not the prettiest ones.
No, it was not. And I think Liereyy also expecting something different here. So that was honestly the first real mistake I saw here from Liereyy in this series. And now, let's see. So he has a lot of archers, yes. But his economy is not the greatest. And Viper on the other side, he has a lot of food already. And he doesn't have a lot of farms as well though. So he definitely needs to get his farm economy going. He also needs to get fletching. And otherwise those skirms won't do too much against those archers. But the archers don't have fletching as well, so it's fine.
So no blacksmiths from both players at the moment. That's kind of untypical for us, right? And well, he's building the blacksmith now. Viper still camping the hill. Didn't really want to camp here at the front. He doesn't want to get attacked from that hilly area. Viper, 4 villages ahead, and we'll have the solid Slav food eco here.
Exactly, so it's not... Oh, Liereyy.
Dodged.
Liereyy, oh, 1 kill. Man, that micro Viper.
Just pretty random, just clicked attack and maybe
Yeah.
didn't do the perfect
Yeah.
split. And yeah, micro wars, not really. It's archers against pure skirmishes. That's something that even Liereyy cannot win and won't really have too cost efficient there. Is that the spot to add some eagles? I'm asking myself.
No, yes. Definitely. Yeah, but...
How often, if you watch like Liereyy games, you think like, oh, I would not have done that? That is a mistake? Or do you think like, oh, I would not have done that? Is that the better option?
I would not have done that because I don't see eagles doing so much here. And I think it's more important to go for a faster castle. And okay, eagles don't cost so much food, but imagine you build 2 eagles, you could, you know, buy food for that gold, right? So I would prioritize a faster castle age and then take it from there with expose or transition then into eagles.
Okay, and skirmishes, pretty sweet here. Obviously, like you want to kind of build food unit at the slabs, just making maximum use of your farms. Those 2 eagles can easily wreck that. Let's take a look. Some sneak around here of Liereyy. I'm surprised what he's trying to achieve there. That's just far off everything.
Exactly, I know that feeling. You're trying to save the... No. So you're trying to save the archers from the skirms, but you don't really find the proper way to deal damage. So, but you hide them anyway, right? You want to have the map presence. You don't want to have them sitting in the base. So I can understand that. But there's a lot of archers now, and Liereyy should not engage there with archers, right?
I think so as well, and shouldn't really pull back the low eagle as well. And actually pull back the high HP, or was that a weird misclick? I'm a bit confused.
The good thing for Viper is he will kill off these eagles eventually. And he wants to chase for the archers.
Yeah, that's Liereyy just a bit debating, right? Yeah. He will never really get in range, or will he? Oh, he's just dodging this. Will actually get one volley off. Will lose one archer because of the straggler there. Another archer lost, and that's just way worse. 3 archers lost already. And that's not really what Liereyy wanted to have. Now I think that's actually the spot where you move towards the skirmishers.
Yeah.
4 archers lost there.
Yeah.
Against 7 skirmishers. Viper wants to take this trade every day.
Yes, yes, that was definitely good for Viper. Let's see what is going up at home. Is he producing more archers? Is he, or yeah, Viper is, Liereyy is, but what is Viper doing?
Look at that, archers and the +1 defense.
Yeah.
Is that eagles and crossbows for Castle Age?
Yes, that's what he's going to do. What is Viper doing? He must transition fully into stables. And also, if I was Liereyy, I would try to get the middle and build 2 monasteries.
Yeah.
Just to have the monks out, and then knights will do very, very hard against eagles, archers, and monks. It's gonna be hard.
How's your composition here with Slavs? 2 archery ranges, 2 stables? Or 2 archery ranges, 1 stable?
I would have gone for 3 stables, to be honest. You have so much farms, you have so much food, right? And +2 knights, they're gonna be so strong. So, I don't know, man. I don't like him building scrims. I don't like that. They won't do anything. He lost so many of them. Okay, it's Viper, right? He makes the better decisions than I.
Well,
but okay.
I think you always have to question what's happening.
Yeah.
And Viper, well, he is roughly 5 villagers ahead, I would say. And map control here in the middle for Liereyy. Only now fletching. That's a question. Did he maybe just want to click botkin and forgot about fletching?
Exactly.
Because, well, that engagement looked like he thought he had fletching there.
Yeah, yeah. It's the siege workshop or the town center siege workshop. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Town center
Would have been a bit more forward indeed.
Exactly.
And I think I don't like that siege workshop. I think I would have built it here and the TC at the top. If he wanted to go for 2 TCs at all, maybe he just goes. Well, that is.
gate. Yeah.
Ah, but did he need a gate? He had 2 villagers in the center.
But still, if you want to get villagers on gold, then you can queue them there and
Okay.
it'll be fine. Okay, so siege workshop and monastery. So honestly, if I was Viper now, I would be feeling very uncomfortable because Liereyy has such a perfect combination, and Viper has no idea at all what Liereyy is going for. So Viper needs the perfect micro here. Really perfect micro.
See about that. Perfect micro will be tough against the Mangonel and the Crossman here on the hill. They don't have Botkin arrow. Now knights are coming forward. He can easily snipe that Mangonel, but should be some heavy losses. Let's take a look how he engages that.
Yeah, and I mean, Liereyy is perfectly positioned here. So Viper has to go around. He must dodge the hill, ignore it, and try to deal damage at home, at Lierey's base. But Liereyy is scouting very nicely. He has all the units spread out, and he's aware of that threat which can come his way.
Just look at that beautiful play indeed. Sending some monk, well that's probably for the relic, but just yeah, always having vision over there is just so lovely.
Exactly, and Viper doesn't have to engage there. It would be pretty stupid to engage there, to be honest. So, you know, he wants to try to make Liereyy think. Has Liereyy added 2 town centers?
I think he
Or no, he sold the stone. No,
is adding 1 TC here and
he's adding the second one.
market price at 90. So yeah, he sold 1.
And you see 2 monasteries. Oh my god.
Oh, this is interesting. He's taking the hill. Knight's not really around. Mangonels now should do some. He's completely out of position with his Mangonels here. And suddenly, the Viper has the hill.
Yeah, Viper has the hill. And that's gonna be so important now, the micro.
Okay, those Knights at the front. We don't have Ballistics. We don't have Botkin as well. Monks going a bit far to the front. 50 HP here. Suddenly the Skirmishers with the hill advantage against those Mangonels. This is going to be dicey. Viper is retreating.
Yeah, he has to. Lierey's army is just too strong here. And we have 3 Mangonels already out for Liereyy. Oh, Viper really has to do something here. He needs to get University as well. Does he have Ballistics? He does not, I think, but still.
Should we take a quick look into that? I think it's too risky. Mangonel shot could be around.
Yep.
We'll just need to continue guessing some. And now taking light caps here as well. How much gold will the Viper have from here on? Some skirmisher kills here. And indeed, now he's getting Ballistics.
Damn, that hurts so much. That hurts so much. You don't want to lose any single unit now. As the Viper, really. Every single skirm is so important.
The Viper is not on gold at the moment. Like, well, actually, that's 1.2k golds left. Yeah, he didn't invest that much into gold, so I will take that back.
Yeah.
We'll need to expand over here, and for now, the center control is still Lierey's. How do you get that center control back if you're Viper?
Full army. You need to have a lot of light calves, you need to have a lot of knights and a lot of skirms. And then really try to micro your heart out, but that's gonna be so hard against those monks and onagers and archers. Super hard. And Liereyy wants to get a castle up as soon as possible there. But Viper has to make it in castle age.
Yeah.
He needs to do it.
I don't really see Liereyy going for too much stone now. I think he's just going for the army composition. Maybe see him add some more barracks, right? I think that makes a bit more sense than getting the castle up.
Yeah. Well, I would have gone for castle, to be honest, but okay. Anyway, so Viper is doing a very intelligent thing. He tries to split off the army of Liereyy, and please, you know, taking those shots, 2 or 3, and the game is over, right? So every time you have to be so cautious, and Viper is doing a good job in that, but yeah. He really needs to try to get some damage to the Liereyy, but currently he's not being able to do so. Liereyy is paying attention very nicely, but Viper is playing it very smartly as well. And Liereyy almost has the economy to go Imperial Age, as you can see. So very nicely here from him. He's not paying attention.
So Mangonel going down here. The other one is getting attacked there, and that's 2 Mangonels down. Make that 3 Mangonels down. Losing some of the hill control, getting some solid shots done against the skirmishers though. Now light cav are moving in, the monks somewhat exposed here at the front, but now nicely microed back.
Oh no, and that's gonna be so important. But Viper will win this fight. Viper has the perfect composition. And that's exactly what I was talking about. No, but it's really well done here by Viper. And once this was just perfectly played. This was just perfectly played. I mean, there's nothing you can ask for more. And remember, Viper has like 12 knights in the bottom, which are not used right now. So once he will realize that very soon, and then he will feel very comfortable. What can Liereyy do really right now? He's going for a chain melee armor, okay, but he doesn't really have gold to go into Eagles fully, right? So Viper will play full castle age. He will go into Knights production fully. He has killed the most important unit, which was the monk. And yeah, everything's fine.
Liereyy, well, he still has some gold control over here. Skirms around though. Let's take a look. Viper not really raiding there. Liereyy should obviously have scouted that indeed. So nothing too special here, but the aggression at the front will continue. I feel like Liereyy didn't produce enough army in Castle Age.
The GG is called, and I agree. So Liereyy should have anticipated that Viper needs to go for the full Castle Age, otherwise this is just game over. And I have to say Viper has done perfect, you know, strategical thinking and also perfect execution. And yeah, you know, all this one fight could go either way, and this fight decides everything.
Oh man, and that's what we said early on as well. Like Gold Rush is all about like mid to late Castle Age control of the center.
Yeah.
And if you just skip a big part of Castle Age, you're so vulnerable.
Yeah.
Then losing those 3 mangonels all over the place. I'm not sure if I pressed the highlight key. I don't think so. Oh. And no, that was still that from before. And it just offered me, are you sure you want to delete that scene? And I was like, that was the wrong key.
Yeah, never do that.
So, well played by the Viper. Liereyy played pretty flawless till that, so I think that's more in the, like, for me, I will say that as strategic loss.
Yeah, definitely. How many towns does the Viper have? 2?
I think he played with 1 TC. Only now he added the second one. He now added the second and third one.
Yeah. So he went full out in Castle Age. Well, what can I say? Perfectly executed there from Viper, and now he's sitting on a comfortable lead of 3-2. 1 more to go, and then he's the winner of the 2 best players here for the series. So, yeah, very good, very good.
Okay, some draft overlay time. So now we won't have any more slabs, and we are also out of Aztecs. So let's take another look into that. So Vikings and Huns left against Chinese and Spanish Cross and Registered Fortress, our 2 maps. Can you do some weird shenanigans here, or are those tips just clear?
Spanish on Cross against Huns, and Vikings against against Chinese on El Dorado, Fortress, Registered Fortress.
Do Vikings have any chance against Chinese?
Not really.
You have to play like mass onagers? Like everything you have, the Chinese has better.
Yes. Mass onagers and mass rams and mass corps. No, but I don't know. You don't want to fight with Vikings against Chinese on Registered Fortress. So win the next game, and that's what it is about. That's for sure. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be cross Spanish against Huns. I'm pretty sure about that. Because you don't want to have Huns against Chinese as well on Registered Fortress. Right, so yeah. Win the next game for Viper. Otherwise he's gonna be in a disadvantageous position.
Agreed on that.
Yeah.
Guys, we know it's very late, so if you don't make it till the end of the series, make sure to follow up on all the YouTube videos. !YouTube will help you there. And also, if you want to see some behind the scene pictures of Jordan cuddling with no one. No, I don't have that picture. I tried to make up a story. Sorry, guys. With TaToH cuddling with the hippo.
Yeah.
Or DauT smiling after losing 4-0.
Well, after a certain time you get used to it.
Yeah. I tagged it as like when you realize that winning 1 map out of 13 is better than winning no maps out of 12 or something like that. The poor DauT. And yeah, he was the master of trash talk.
Yeah.
Let's see about that. And we will see something tricky coming up. Those next 2 maps we will jump into. Map number 6 here. 3 wins for the Viper on the scoreboard. 2 wins for Liereyy on the scoreboard. And that's Jordan's face. What are you seeing, my friend?
I see Spanish as expected. I see Vikings as not expected. So Viper is going for Vikings here. That's super interesting. I'm thinking about what he can do here. He obviously wants to get as many lakes as possible. But Vikings, as far as I know, don't have fire galleys, do they?
No. Well, it's tough to contest. I think he has to go for a lot of map control, and he can maybe go for the ball lamb here. Let's take a look at the same time. He again? Is he going? No, okay. That's just this way. And Liereyy, did he scout his ball before? Remember, Liereyy still has a restart here. He's scouting more in the back, still sees that one. I think with that far away wood line as well, I chill back and call the restart here.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking losing one boar is obviously hurtful, but not the end of the world. But I'm thinking about using then the restart for Regicide Fortress. Where do you want to restart? On this map or Regicide Fortress? On this map, right?
I think so. I believe this one has more variants. I believe if you have Huns against Chinese, like what can really happen? You will get CA pushed with Mangonels, but I think you can always defend that properly with Chinese.
But honestly, if I think about it, I want to have a restart for Regicide Fortress, because on Regicide Fortress, if I was Liereyy, I know I have the better civ, and if I get a better map then for this matchup, the likelihood of me winning is even higher, right? So
Yeah, but you need to get there first.
oh yeah, he's down 3-2. I would call the restart.
I would call the restart.
It's
He
already
has
1:30.
up to 4 minutes there, and well, let's take a look. It seems like we are playing this through. Liereyy is
Yeah,
not
he's not calling the
it.
restart. He's not calling the
Interesting for sure. And oh, now should Loom or should drop some food? Not the smoothest start of him. Goes with the villager back, and well, if he gets the big walls up, it's obviously not important, but this map is just way too open.
No chance to wall here. No chance. And yeah, let's see what Viper will pull off with Vikings. I'm really interested. He will definitely dock at least 2 lakes, and he really needs to be cautious here to prevent Liereyy from docking his lakes. Is pretty much are freaking strong.
It seems like both will have a pretty safe point, and we will contest the other two, the one in the north and the south here, as it seems.
Yeah.
Liereyy, 1 board down, you build the dock, your build order is so much more screwed up than on a normal one, simply because of the dock. He's trying to push deer, but that one isn't pretty either.
It's not pretty, first of all. Second of all, you don't have any scouting intel, right? Does he know where Viper is at all? I don't think so.
Those are walls.
What?
That's a wall, like he will wall.
He will wall, and oh man, he doesn't really want to wall that.
And he will wall heavily.
Oh, he doesn't want to. That's such a huge investment.
If the Viper goes for any aggression,
Many
I
arms or
believe
something.
that would be
Towers.
yeah.
That's very unlikely from Liereyy as well. He's not that kind of player who does that. But obviously, as Spanish, he wants to get into... Yes. He wants to get into Castle Age as soon as possible to get the Conquistadors out. But also Vikings are so strong with their economy. They can get into fast Imperial Age as well, and then go for Arbalest, which just wreck the Conquistadors. So, I don't know, man. Vikings seems to be a super strong civ on this map here as well. Does Viper see that Liereyy is pushing the deer?
Let's take a look into that. We have him scouting the back, yeah, so he sees that. I honestly feel like I would have over-adjusted even more. I think I would have taken like 3 villagers walling already. He only took 1. That's too risky for my taste. And I think I would have gone for more wood, more fishing ship, just pray to get to minute 22 with losing less than 10 villagers.
Yes, but Viper is already up. And what is he planning to do? Of course, a barracks coming. And which means archers, men-at-arms, men-at-arms.
Men-at-arms.
But that would be too late. That's too late. There's gonna be archers. If he would go for a men-at-arms, he would have already had his barrack up.
No, it's a dock start. It delays the barracks.
It's Viper, man. He can do both.
It's M&As.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. It's an MA. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. Viper's too late on that one. It's fine. It's fine. But man, Liereyy is building the wall of China. What the hell? This is really crazy. Does he have any intel of Liereyy walling? I don't think so. Does he?
The Viper didn't see that.
No.
Oh, he's pushing it.
That's like a football match.
I really like it, right? And just pushing that back. I think I need to ban someone here myself now if Mod's not taking over. And yeah, Viper now running back will get
Viper
Furation.
wants to fight now.
Yeah.
And no. Man at arms. Man at arms. Oh man, that's so bad for Liereyy.
I think Lierey's done, honestly.
Oh god. Why is Viper going on the back? Oh, Stoney. Stoney.
This is so tough. So like, if you would play this game and I put you into this position, what are you thinking? What does Liereyy need to do now?
Wall and pray. And that's the only thing he can do. Oh man, that's so bad. I wouldn't. Why is Viper even going there? I don't understand that. I really don't understand. He knows Liereyy will be in time.
Probably.
He should pressure the stone.
He didn't scout. Probably didn't scout the
Of
stone.
course.
He saw the stone, but he didn't see the villagers, right? Did he?
He lost his scout now, didn't he?
No.
He did not.
Viper still has this one. Did I hear?
Oh, and he is housed so heavily.
That's weird, right? And double archery is now sending 4 villagers to the front. He tries to go for some more aggression. He sees the stone spots.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
And now he will probably check that
Yes.
one.
Yes.
And will try to go for some aggression. Liereyy, in the meanwhile, went for some more walls here. Can you wall this?
Oh.
No, he can't.
Yeah, well, that's kind of so unfortunate for Liereyy here. Having the stone is so important for him, and if he is not able to get stone, then there's literally nothing he can do.
Yeah. Did we miss a restart?
I don't think so.
Like, the Viper took a restart early on, right? On Mediterranean? What's up?
Did he? No,
Yeah.
I thought he would run into the town center, but he did not.
No.
No, I don't think Liereyy. Oh, he's going for the other stone.
Oh, walling that as well. Yeah, beautiful move.
He wants to build a tower here.
He scouted that now, and indeed that will be the sneaky tower. Wolf will get some aggro though. Let's see if he tries to fight this off. Oh, he will actually run around.
Yeah,
The
he wants
Nili-
to build a tower here.
The Nili tower. I think he will build the tower here.
No, he won't.
He will build the tower there.
No, more into that side.
Here. I think he will build it here.
What the hell is he doing?
Building the tower there. Now coming over the 2 archers, 2 skirmishers. Obviously, Spanish building bonus. Pretty nice in that case.
Helps. Yeah. And I like the Vipers leaving. Really like that.
Fighting there wouldn't achieve too much. Thing is, now Viper docking there. But as we said, no fire galley there.
Exactly. And how is Lierey's resources looking like?
We have 30 and 160 for the Viper. Those are
Man, what the hell?
Those are some resources. He just is buying wood to get a second building up though.
This
Something
is
he's still lacking. And instant galley by Liereyy, he is on spot here.
It's crazy. The thing is, Liereyy can easily go into knights. That's no problem for him.
Well, then that's like he really is lacking wood. Knights means another barracks, another stable.
Yeah.
He cannot really get more on water. He's getting another galley. I don't like that one. And he's like, this is the limiting factor at the moment. It's wood.
Yeah.
It is pretty similar to the game you played against MBL, right? Your Japanese against his Spanish.
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah.
all the aggression with the archer, the Spanish sitting back, defending up with towers, then somehow getting a castle up and doing wonders with the conquistadors. We won't see that this game. Or actually, you're right.
And he's able to get the conquistadors out. And that's something you don't want to have. Oh my god, that's crazy. That's really crazy. Liereyy is able to pull it off.
Well,
Very nicely.
let's see about that first, right? We have the Viper still continuing with aggression. The thing is, fishing ship count, it's 5 to 8 here.
Yeah.
So that's good for Liereyy as well. Viper couldn't really boom behind that. Still archers and skirms around. Let's take a look at the resources of the Viper. Not that impressive.
No, it's not. I'm just thinking what you can do here from Viper's side. So, at least he forced Liereyy to build 3 towers. That's good, yes, but well, Liereyy will eventually get his conquistadors out, and Viper has no chance to pressure the left-hand side as well. So I don't know, man. I prefer Lierey's position here right now. But he will soon get into Castle Age as well.
Poor. This will get interesting. Oh, there's
No.
against Villager, 27 against 21.
Plus he has stone. Don't want to fight against the world with stone. Exactly. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure how good he aims, right? If you remember the opening scene of Braveheart, where he's trying to throw the rock.
I don't know that. but
Okay.
Okay.
You know the movie.
No.
Oh. You know what it's about.
No.
Okay.
About rocks.
One scene, yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
okay.
we can talk about that in another thing. If you like Age of Empires, I believe you will like Braveheart.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Liereyy building a cat. Oh, that's Viper can deny that.
How was Liereyy thinking that one could go up?
What is Liereyy doing? What is Liereyy doing?
And now he needs to delete that
And he
500
doesn't
stone
have
left.
stone, and what he has to buy is
He has to buy 200 stone, and now the Viper's moving back in here. Was he trying to dance
killing
around
more
that?
villagers.
Okay, now he sold food and wood, bought more stone, and is building it like 2 tiles away from that.
I don't
It just-
understand why he wants to have the castle, especially there. Doesn't. I don't
Can the
understand.
Viper move in? Liereyy is trying to go for the defensive wall. Needs 2 more houses, 1 here, 1 here. Archers are moving in. I believe Liereyy should wall this in time. If he
Yes.
gets in, this would get pretty ugly for him. But maybe the archers just sitting around here could be nice for the Viper
will.
as well.
He will, but he will wall Viper in as well. Oh, is Viper not up yet?
No. 700 food. He is going for a lot of fishing ship though, right? He's going for, well, that will be lost. But he has the other 2 docks.
This
This and
seems
that.
for me like a fast Imperial Age then. From the Viper.
Ah, yeah, like 48 villagers,
Yeah.
20 fishing ship,
Yeah.
fast Abelec tech with 1 TC.
Yeah, exactly.
Add the TC after clicking up. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, he definitely will do so, but he has to ensure that he doesn't take any damage until the Castle Age.
And that's why he's pulling back with those crossbows. Yeah.
Exactly.
He knew he could maybe snipe 1 or 2 more villagers, but just putting them back, having a strong army to defend, is so much more important.
Exactly.
now.
Exactly. Very interesting matchup, to be honest. Spanish against Vikings is a very nice one. Liereyy is playing it very well so far. I didn't agree with his first position of the castle, but now obviously the second one was able to get up.
Yeah.
And yeah, now Viper needs to get some towers. Archers obviously at home, and try to get ballistics as well. And then just let the fishing ships get some food now. And those conquistadors, I hate those.
Oh, they're so good.
Oh,
That's ugly. That's just so ugly.
That's so hurtful.
That's basically 100% of the threat you are having on the map. Loading those 2 instantly. Ugly. And he knew that, yeah, it was aware for the Viper where those were.
Yeah, exactly. Currently, I don't like the wood economy for Viper. It's not looking too healthy, but he has a lot of food, so it's a perfect, aim for him to go just Imperial Age. He needs a bit more on gold. I think in the next 3-4 minutes he will click up into Imperial Age.
Look at that, he even pulling away villagers from the farms.
Which makes sense. He has way too much on fish anyway, right? So
Ancient University, we're expecting a monastery like over here.
not yet. First of all, ballistics, and then you want to add the monastery after 4 minutes or something.
I didn't say when.
Okay. And he will build a castle?
No.
He won't.
You won't
The
have a
game-
castle this game.
No. I think so as well. No castle.
Okay, now cross command. This tower is actually still somewhat annoying. Conquistador was trying to clear that up now. Actually taking some damage. I think he could position himself a bit better. And, well, first villagers dying there. We have +2 defense. Maybe we could see the biggest shots ever. Would be pretty nice for Liereyy. He was going for 2 TCs here. And both will have kind of 2 pawns. Fishing ship count at the moment 13 to 11. Putting themselves in a reasonable eco.
Yeah, definitely. So both are fishing a lot, but yeah, Viper's economy is just looking way more healthy. And Viper is aware of his army. Obviously he knows, what is going up there? Okay, never mind. I was wondering where the tower is hitting, but it's just a house. And he's even killing the house now.
Well, doesn't really like that house as it seems. Viper's resources, 600 food, 400 gold. Not sure what those two villagers are supposed to do. Well, maybe free up some more room for more crossbows in there. Want to go for some more houses, and we're just waiting for the monastery over here, and then we can click up. And where is he building it?
Oh, where's the monastery?
Viper, tell me.
Oh man, look at this wood income.
It has to be here.
Now it will be close to the university.
You can build it here.
No.
No,
University.
no, not here, not here.
University.
It's here. Maybe here.
No.
No,
University.
never.
University.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I will show you.
Okay, dumping for now. Ballistics.
Oh, ballistics is
Is
done.
now finishing, and wow, that's another round of conquest that was going down, and well, Liereyy not having the most happy face ever.
Oh my god. Oh,
That's just so ugly for
that
him.
hurts so much.
Over
Man.
and over, and that's just like the unit. His whole strategy, his whole civ is designed to do damage in Castle Age with those units. And what did he do for now?
Yeah. Nothing. Nothing.
Oh, siege workshop.
Siege
And
workshop.
second building.
Oh.
No monastery.
And you thought it was monastery, man. What the hell? I told you.
Monastery,
Siege
nice.
workshop,
Well, though.
Of course.
But yeah,
What
the
were
nice
you thinking?
1 TC imp transition that we anticipated here
Yep.
is coming our way. I think some more on gold than 12 would be nice there as well. It is pretty costly to get all the upgrades. And oh,
Ah! Ah!
oh, we didn't see that coming.
And
So
me as well. Wow.
that's 3
Oh
dogs
my God.
against 1 now. And well,
The
the first
Viper.
one obviously getting less and less efficient.
Exactly. The fishing ship have to travel so far. Oh my god. Viper!
Now some fire galley trying to do some micro here, but not really going to work out.
Nope, not really. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Viper is definitely in the driving seat here. He must to watch out that he does not lose these archers. I don't see this happening anyway. And once he reaches Imperial Age, then it's gonna be so good for him. And adding the town centers now.
Yeah, and houses as well. Something that I would say is one of his biggest weaknesses.
Yes.
How often he is housed.
Yes, I agree.
But how is that something he doesn't have on his mind?
Yes, apparently. And also in Age of Empires it's not as bad. For example, in StarCraft it's really bad because you can't really...
Speed, yeah, depends on the tip. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terran is the only civ where you can really speed it up, but that's it.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh my god! He deleted it on purpose.
No. He had the hill.
He killed 2.
He killed 2.
Yes, he reaches Imperial Age. Anyway, he reaches Imperial Age in a sec, while Liereyy is going for Wheelbarrow. And what do you think will Liereyy do once he sees Viper reached Imperial Age? Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Guys, this guy knows the game. Okay, I lost. See you guys.
So, overall score is 4-2 here. We had an interesting series for sure, but that was a restart. We called it so early. We even were thinking, discussing it so much. That was just not a real competitive map here to play with.
Yeah. I mean, Liereyy did a good job, I think, to a certain degree. But then Viper just, exploited his Civ advantage. Or his Civ. It was not really a Civ advantage, but his Civ, and played very well. Executed perfectly. Did what I told him to do, and, you win then. Yeah.
Such a good move, and yeah. Jordan, I think that was one of the best cars we had.
Yeah, definitely. We did
together
a good job there.
Today.
Yeah. I can be serious as well. Just don't give me doubt. Just don't give me doubt.
Yeah, well, I don't want to cast with doubt either. Okay, so it would be lovely if you could send me, actually both players, and I'll ask them some hard-hitting questions.
I will do so.
Sweet stuff. So that was a lovely series. Make sure to tune in the other days. Saturday and Sunday will be our big final playoff days. And yeah, those will be the best cast you did yet. Wait till we have the other guys over as well. And yeah, let's take a look at the living room and how people are doing. John is trying to convince them over there. Some reluctance, and well, Shisha's still there. Hiko happy out of the troll at the right hand side. In the back we have MBL, the cook. Left hand side corner is Felix, Baron UKF, the guy responsible for all the overlays here, the beautiful stuff. DauT, left hand side at the front. Now we have Liereyy over here, not looking too happy. But honestly, if he does one or two like small mistakes, less prevents them, he could have taken the series. And what happens if two of the two players have 4-1 direct results? If we have 3 players with the same result, we have map score. If that's even, we will play deciders best of 1 till someone wins 2 games. That will be set for Friday evening, but at the moment it looks very unlikely that we will have this scenario. Viper! He is smoking shisha! He's smoking the full disrespect. I'm hosting the tournament. I'm paying him money. I'm throwing a hotel at him, waiting for an interview, and he just goes for shisha. This is just in my face. If I didn't do the greatest debate of all time in Cologne, I would be somewhat mad at him.
Can you please tell them that I had rings on with my shisha? It was rings.
It was what? Rings?
Smoke rings. I had rings, they were just small so they can't see it from the cam.
Let's go into the interview, I would say.
Important things first, man.
Important things first. Well, let's take a look at Liereyy as well. And could we close the door, Jordy? Or if Liereyy wants to come. And happy to have both of you here. And well, it was the promising series there we were hoping for. Game number 1 felt pretty clean there. There was this one demo hit that kind of instantly decided the game, right?
Yeah, I also had a pretty rough dark edge after the second portal kill. Took me like 10 seconds, and you could notice those 8 seconds he was up faster. Got the first fire ship out, killed my first fishing ship, and all snowballed from there. Not much to say.
Map number 2.
What nodding means?
Yeah, I learned. Like, it's different to me, but okay. And then we go into Arabia. First of all, the Viper, why Mayans?
I knew he was going to go Mayans, and I didn't want to play non-mirror for Arabia, so that's why.
Okay. Then, second question. After you clicked up to Feudal Age, no, after you clicked up to the end of Feudal Age, you used your Eagle Warriors.
Yes.
What was the main purpose of that?
Get high score. And also to locate relics for the late game.
He does twice 2 things at once, I told you.
I do both, man.
Yeah, you do both. I told him after that, we had a discussion. I said, you do it for watching the map.
Yeah.
And he said because of scores. So he thinks you're building army.
I mean, the main reason was for relics, but like...
No, I know what you said first.
Trolling.
I mean, getting the score up so it seemed more even because I felt I was behind. So I just wanted to make it feel more even, so we maybe didn't play it as aggressive as he could as well.
Did it affect you at all?
No, I knew it was ahead, but I don't know, my hands were like frozen after the first game. So I couldn't keep up with the ratings and all that stuff.
Like frozen, like it was too cold, or you just didn't
No, it
feel
was just, they were
smoothly?
kind of sweaty, but I don't know, like...
Sweaty cold.
Something like that, but... After that.
And so there was this one go where your archers and skirms went into the gold, very like early feudal age, you walled off with the houses. How did you judge the situation afterwards? Because I felt like you were heavily ahead, but actually you weren't. How well did you think you defended that?
You mean when you went in with skirms the archers on my gold when there was a hole?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, I didn't want it to happen, but after all, it wasn't maybe not that bad, because I also had an army, but I went for the equal approach, which was completely wrong after that, but it was okay. I thought it would be way worse.
I don't think I killed too many vills. I had like maybe 3 vills?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you had like 4 archers in there as well.
Yeah,
And
I mismarked a little bit. There were a few low HP there I should have targeted better, but there was action at my base as well at the same time.
You targeted the house.
Yeah, I clicked the house first. And I knew it because I clicked the house, then I tried to click click quickly and jump back to my base to do something there.
Mhm.
I knew I had clicked the house, but I already had switched the screen to my base, so I just had to go back.
Okay,
in.
that would have been more painful yesterday.
Yeah, for sure,
With the OPCs, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we had Prairie and the TIFF picks
Wasn't it
began.
Mediterranean. Mediterranean.
Medi. Okay. Then we had Medi and the TIFF picks began. Is that your standard masterpiece that you promise yourself every series?
I wanted to do that strategy on Pond Arena first, but his docks was outside of the base, so I couldn't land his docks there. So nah. I think honestly it can work, but he made docks separately and stuff like that, so it was more of a test as well at the same time. But I've done it before and it has worked, so it's not like a troll strategy or anything.
It worked well against Miguel that one
Yeah,
game,
very
where
well.
you did it blindly and
Yeah.
rushed into 2 towers,
Yeah.
into 2 stones. Didn't happen this time. And did you feel when you saw the tower rush like, oh god, I don't know how to react, or did you feel like, okay, this eco has to be worse, I will have the better fish, that's easy to defend?
I knew it wasn't his serious strategy. I mean, it could work if every resource is forward, but I knew I shouldn't lose this game. Like, if the map I had at back wood, back stone,
Yeah.
even back gold, I think. So I was
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, pretty sweet. And then you won game 2-1. Did that give you you won game 3, making it 2-1? Did that push your confidence?
I think I was not really. I mean, I think I was confident in all games. I knew my mistakes. Shouldn't happen those games. I mean, it was important that I didn't go down 3-0,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, didn't really boost my confidence too much.
Mm-hmm.
So
Acropolis. Jordi felt like the running around boar steel took so much of your attention that you lost the game at 10 minutes.
You knew I knew your scalp was my base, right? So
Yeah,
it
I was
ready-
waiting for it.
Yeah, it was ready to cut off. So I figured, okay, I'll just take it the other way around. I don't know. I didn't know how much you have scouted. If you saw the world away,
You saw.
you did. Yeah, okay.
But
Even
I
close to
didn't
this.
see.
Then there
Close
was,
to his deers.
oh, you didn't see?
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was.
see.
Oh,
I was expecting to
So it
come from the
worked.
top.
you were hunting deer there. Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem was it took so long. Right, when I hit fuel layer, suddenly my scout is faster. And suddenly it's rushing my wood, and I had to make stable and everything. That was just a disaster.
That killed you, I think.
Well, I don't think that was the reason I died, but
Yeah.
it was too much to deal with.
Yeah.
I'm not as fast as DauT.
Then we went into Gold Rush. I felt it was... No, Liereyy, say, what went wrong?
I tried something. I knew it could fail, but I knew that I shouldn't have gone for the armor composition. Like, I knew you were gonna surround with skirms, but I just didn't know what to do against it. So after all, I knew it was a mistake to go for the armor composition.
What would have been better?
Maybe full ease. Wait, no, I'm not. Maybe, who knows?
I saw nodding, that means agreeing.
Well, probably mixing eagles, pikes, less crossbows, probably. And
Why?
after you have like 15 crossbows alive, you don't need to add more, I think. Just go full eagles, pikes, monks, siege.
I want to go monk rush and crossbows,
Hmm.
but yeah. Also, I misplayed there. I converted like one night with like 8 monks.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
Didn't,
Oh,
convert.
right.
I couldn't convert when you were coming into the fight. Like,
Yeah.
it was
Well, I
like 80% monk power, so
I think the men at arms did way too much anyway. Like then they
That's
should
all.
have.
Yes.
Yeah.
I even saw them. I should have pushed
Yeah, it
forward,
was
so.
way too much.
Yeah. And that was weird. Totally on a reaction there. Did you realize that you didn't have boss mineral? Like when you reached Castle Age, you researched fletching.
No.
You didn't realize?
No, I just haven't
Okay.
realized.
Yeah, like that was the Tyrant Slam play kind of. Like, no, yeah.
I just clicked the blacksmith, went for the second row upgrade, and I
Yeah.
just thought
Ah,
was
interesting.
it.
And we thought like,
Didn't even see
okay,
the fletching.
now he knows.
I didn't even see the fletching.
Okay. Sick. Like that has to be like very exact click then, right? If you don't see the
Yeah, I
actual
was with my
symbol.
mouse there.
Okay.
It's,
Yeah, makes somewhat sense. And then we went into the final game, Cross. Jordi and I were screaming at minute 3, yeah, this is going to be a restart.
well, I think my map wasn't that bad. I mean, I had like 3 safe woods. If I walled in time, if the man-at-arms didn't come in, I could have re-walled a bit. I had my fish completely safe. I should have never let those man-at-arms come in. Then I think I would have been fine, because I knew he was gonna put pressure and invest a lot into that. While that I was down on the board and she didn't help. But I didn't realize it at that point. I still think I had to scout somewhere. They had to be somewhere.
You saw them earlier, the ball.
Yeah,
It went out of your vision. Yeah, okay, we thought you saw the ball was taken. Okay. Okay, that changes something.
But even after all things that happened, I still think it was an okay spot. I mean, I was always behind, but I mean, I think the man-at-arms came in, was down resources, then I didn't wall the sides, the lake, and the archers and man-at-arms came in, so I had to make another tower. Then I didn't wall to the wood, so archers didn't want my wood. I didn't know I thought I was GG from that point on, but then I lost my 2 Kongs. I mean,
the first castle attempt. I was a lot of unfortunate play. Okay, scenario. We end up with number 1, number 2. How will the finals go?
I don't know. Thinking either way. Like I learned a lot today. But I can't make those stupid mistakes again. Like I have to play safe and avoid so many mistakes. Is actually, was blowing my mind actually.
John and I were like giving a lot of respect to Lierey's micro. Are you scared at all? Are you trying to avoid, or do you think like it's some fights you need to take?
I don't think there's too many fights where the micro necessarily will like decide the fight. Of course, there are scenarios like in Mine's game, for example, he microed really well with the first 2-3 engagements. But like in general, most engagements are larger armies, so I don't think the micro necessarily. But also with the skirms in Imperial Age, like he has the best micro in the game, but the game is not all about micro, unfortunately. So, but yeah, I mean, it's not like I avoid anything, but like obviously I take that into account with what I do. Like if it was against DauT, I would have played way differently.
Yeah, sweet stuff. Jordy, any questions I might have missed?
That's a good question.
I always.
What do you think, Viper Gold Rush? You killed his villager, but you kind of lost your scout. What do you think? Was it a nice trade-off for you?
If I got the second villager with 1 HP, yes.
It was an explicit play. I just realized that was
Yeah, but nah, I would rather have the scout.
Probably didn't realize it, but didn't think you would pay attention there.
No, I was watching all the time. I wanted to free that man.
Also about the second game. Your eagle chasing his eagle, you had 22 HP, his had 14 HP. Then you engaged, and there was a militia coming. Was it intentional to take the fight or not?
No, I didn't watch there.
Okay, I thought better. I thought you were better.
Yeah. I'm not, sorry.
I told him all the time, he didn't believe.
Field Viper man. Okay, guys, then give me some prediction for the other players. Maybe if we look at let's edit the settings now, because we will have the Viper at basically 2.8 wins at the moment, and Liereyy now at 3-1, and so this will be the table. Remember, the Viper is leading 3-1 against MBL, a series that we will continue on Friday, before the games against DauT. Give me the order. How will they finish, the 6 players?
Me too, or?
Yes.
I know one spot.
That's gonna be really hard.
Viper first, me second. MBL or TaToH third. I can't say, it will depend who wins between them. Then JorDan fifth and DauT sixth probably. Be my guess.
Hope DauT is watching.
He knows himself anyway.
Yeah, DauT is 6th for sure. Wait, is he watching? Oh damn, DauT, pay attention now. DauT.
Could we take a look at the table with you?
Okay, let's go.
He ignores
yeah,
it.
there he is. He's watching. He's watching.
Okay.
So I think DauT will get 6th. JorDan 5. TaToH 3rd. MBL 4th. And then Liereyy 2nd and me 1st.
MBL TaToH is probably the most interesting series from here on, right?
Yeah.
See that play out. And third only has a free Saturday. Third seed.
Completely free Saturday.
Wait. No, he
No,
needs to
that
play
doesn't
this
make
later
sense.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Fifth against fourth play early.
But,
Exactly.
How does the tiebreak rule?
Well, first of all, it's like direct comparison.
Okay.
Then we have map score, and if that's still even, we will play
Best of one.
best of one till someone wins twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's very unlikely that we will get to that. If DauT would have won 4-1 today against MBL, it was very likely that we will have a three-way tie at the bottom.
What was the score with him and MBL again?
I don't know. My Twitter said he won 1 out of 13 maps at the moment.
What?
Oh, 1 and 12, and yeah. Look at this left-hand side guy. Oh! Looks like someone might come over and give us some intro. Yeah?
What's wrong, Dad?
Nothing, what's up?
So, DauT, how's the tournament so far for you?
Very fun.
Are you enjoying yourself?
I actually do.
That's the most important thing
Yes, it
in
is.
life, DauT.
No matter if you're a loser, if you enjoy being a loser.
Exactly. Every tournament needs that guy.
Yeah.
DauT, don't worry, you get used to
Fortunately,
it.
it's not Jordan.
You get used to that.
I mean, as long as you're here, I have backup plan.
What was our result again? Oh man.
Okay, that's the end of the fun part, and then I think that was lovely with you guys. It was the intense games. We had the close ones. We saw the potential of maybe another meetup in the brackets on Sunday, potentially. That will be my wild prediction. Thanks so much for the games.
For the games.
All right.
The Freud slipped
Kappa
there.
pride incoming.
Too much wood on Acropolis.
And yeah, enjoy the rest of the evening. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks as well.
And yeah, that was lovely, guys. The promising series that we were hoping for. It didn't go to game 7, but a lot of sweet games for sure. I believe the cast with Jordy was absolutely lovely. I hope you got some more interest for the upcoming days. Let's take a look at the schedule overall. So we will have Thursday, TaToH against MBL. What an intense series there. Then we have the mid game, the Viper against Jordan. Evening game will be Liereyy against DauT. DauT needs to win there. And on Friday, we'll have the conclusion, not listed here, of MBL against the Viper, followed by Viper against DauT. Probably some changes there on the Friday schedule. We will give you an update on that. And Sunday and Saturday will be all day long with the playoffs. That was another beautiful, beautiful game and a beautiful day with all of you. We had sweet results. TaToH against Jordan. The win there for TaToH. And then DauT against MBL 4-0. And Jordan performing so well as well. A lovely day to be an Age of Empires fan. I hope you all had a wonderful time. And yeah. See you tomorrow. Restream for us Americans. I will do that. I will have a 3-minute downtime to cut off the front. And then we can start in the first series. MBL is coming over.
Can you show me the schedule?
Shall I show you the schedule? You can
Yeah, for
watch.
tomorrow.
You can scroll down on the screen. On the Twitch.
Oh, it's there.
Exclamation mark schedule. Exclamation mark brackets. Everything can help you. You can look on AoE zone.
Who do you think will win tomorrow?
What match?
Me and TaToH.
You and TaToH. That's a pretty important match.
Definitely.
Both of you are kind of 2-2 at the moment. So that's basically the fight for 3. And if you get third, you are already guaranteed to be in the money.
Yeah.
The only 3 spots are guaranteed to be in the money. I think that will be. With how well you play today, I think you will take it.
Hopefully, yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Man, nice stream today. Good
Thanks.
job.
We're still online, by the way.
Yeah, good. I see.
And the MBL faces are flying in as well. And yeah, I'm super happy with how that went. Probably going down to the shisha place now.
Good
All
night, guys.
have a great one. I will start the the rerun now, so you can see the start, TaToH and Jordan, and DauT against MBL. Pretty good series, and yeah, I hope you are all tuning back in. We will have new people arriving tomorrow. Enjoy, guys! Coming. Asking about the evidence. Oh, we have Jordan here at the same time. Maybe two and a very quick uptime. Be my one.
Wait.